Is it sane? Is it possible? Still I ask myself, are we, am I? Our game, it's not logical, but you contemplate, are we, am I?
Well, here it is. Here it is. Tonight's the night. This could be it. This could be it for Colorado. This could be it for me. Producer Hayden and I are staring down the barrel of our last hockey stream this season. This might be our last one till October. Well, I guess the season is supposed to start like September 29th. So somewhere in there. This could be it. I don't know if I could ever forgive the Colorado Avalanche if this is it, though. This is a series that should have gone 7. It should have. Injuries, poor play. We got a goaltending change to talk about tonight. Boy, I can't believe we're here. Now, let's talk about a 3-0 comeback. Because I'll be honest with you, I don't want this to be the last stream. And I don't think you do either. I think at least we want to see this go 5-6 games. Give me something interesting. You can't just let Vegas roll over the Colorado Avalanche. You can't let them do that. By the way, welcome everybody. I'm so glad you're here. And you're here early, which I appreciate. I'm never early for anything. So I appreciate you being here early. Pre-puck drop, pre-national anthem. Let's talk about 0-3 comebacks. Producer Hayden, the stats god, who is here tonight, has outlined the times when there's been 0-3 comebacks and a win and 0-3 comebacks and a loss. Remember, the Vegas Golden Knights are at home, so they're going to get second change on this game too. So everybody knows this one, at least in Toronto. The first 0-3 comeback and win happened here in Toronto against the Detroit Red Wings. 1942 Stanley Cup final. The Leafs came back. They were down 0-3, and they won. It happened in 1975, so about 33 years later. The Islanders versus the Pittsburgh Penguins in the second round. They were down 0-3, came back and won. Then it didn't happen again until 2010, and I'm so glad it happened to these guys because they deserve it. The Boston Bruins. 2010. Flyers came back. Bruins were up 3-0. Flyers came back and won. Sorry, Bruins, but yeah, I can't say you didn't deserve that one. And the last time it happened, and we got a win. And I'm sorry, Sharks fans, to do this to you. The 2014 eventual Stanley Cup champions. In the first round, Los Angeles Kings. Sharks were up 3-0. Kings came back, won 4 straight, went on to win their second cup in 3 years. Now, we also have some 0-3 comebacks and losses. The 1931 Rangers in the Stanley Cup final. The 1945 Red Wings pushed it to 7 games. They lost. The 1975 New York Islanders, second round, down 0-3, pushed it. They were going for their 5th Stanley Cup in a row. No. Oh, wait, no, what was I talking about? That's 10 years later. No, but the Islanders lost. 2011 Blackhawks, coming off a Stanley Cup win, second round, down 0-3, came back, pushed it to Game 7. 2011 Red Wings, so it happened twice in the same playoffs. They also lost. And the 2024 Oilers, as we all remember, Stanley Cup final, pushed it to 7, came within a goal, lost 2-1, Game 7. And it kicked off the Florida Panthers dynasty. Truly, well and truly. All but 2, the 2011 series ended in the eventual Stanley Cup champions, which is kind of crazy. All right? The other thing you should know is that an 0-3 comeback has never occurred in the third round when the third round wasn't the Stanley Cup final. You'll notice the 1942 Leafs and Detroit Red Wings. That was a 3-round playoff. Stanley Cup used to be third round. Now Stanley Cup is fourth round. And fun fact, the Leafs have never played in the fourth round. That's a very true fact. Isn't that sad? The Leafs have never made it past 3 rounds. We're in the third round now. No team has come back from 0-3. Now, here's my question to you, chat. Can the Colorado Avalanche do it? It has to start tonight. They had a great first period on Sunday night. Great first period. Insane. 3-0. How could they lose? They were 52-0-0 when up by multiple goals in games this season. The Vegas Golden Knights had not won a game when they got down by more than 1 goal. Sorry. So if it was 2 or more goals, Vegas Golden Knights had never come back and won all season long. The Avalanche won 52 games up multiple goals. The Vegas Golden Knights total wins this season, 39. And here we are. Isn't this amazing? This is crazy, guys. They're about to jump on the ice, and I know I got super chats to get to. Hayden's in my ear. He's pestering me. Sedin Magic 15. Let's see if you can yell it like Steve. Let's go! I can't yell it like Steve. Steve does it his way. Henderson Galbraith. If we get a sweep tonight, are we Swiffer Nation? Hell yeah, we are. I like this. We're off to a good start. That was good. That's good. Even Hayden's giving you props on that one. He's not easy to impress. Sports Talk Chud. For Knights, 1 win away. For Avs, 1 win at a time. That's what it's got to be. Blue White Flame. Come on, Knights. Wrap this up at home. Go, Knights, go. Blue White Flame has been here literally all playoffs. Dan Patrick. Hey, Adam. Is Drew working? Or did you give him the night off to cry alone if the Knights sweep? I have not spoken to Drew today on purpose. Hayden checked with me. He's like, have you talked to Drew? I'm like, I haven't. And he's like, I haven't either. Everybody's afraid. Radioactive. Don't talk to him. Just let him have his day. Not producer Drew just dropped 20 SGPN memberships. Let's go, not producer Drew. Thank you for dropping that in. Very kind. And Henderson Galbraith said, have a coffee. Hayden, you might need it. Anime Cowboy said, favorite stat I heard today in total. Vegas have the second most minutes trailing in the NHL. The Canucks were first. That's a crazy stat. And yet, the Vegas Golden Knights are here. They're showing John Tortorella on the screen right now. It's going to be Is it Swiffer Nation, or do the Avalanche stay alive? This is what I got to know. And if they do stay alive, what's the score? What's the final score in this game? I'd love to know. Freak 811, Adam, are we going to see the pepperonis tonight? I'm going to do my best to keep them under wraps. I got to calm those things down. They can't be just making appearances like this. Also, if I look extra red and sweaty, it's because the air conditioning was not on in the building today, so I had to turn it on when I got here, and it was a very hot 27 degrees. That's Celsius, by the way. And I'm in shorts and a t-shirt, and I've had to take off my socks. I've had to free the grippers to keep it cool down here. Sedin Magic 15, this isn't ending tonight. I just have a feeling. I literally have no feeling. I thought about it a few times today. My wife asked me, she's like, what do you think? And I'm like, I don't know. Because I still haven't absorbed that the Colorado Avalanche, who are injured, have lost 3 straight games. You haven't won one? Not one? That's weird. Not one? We do have a giveaway. Hayden, can you throw the giveaway up on the screen? Throw it up. It's a Colorado Rockies hoodie jacket. Oh, this one. This is what we're giving away? It's all Colorado stuff. We don't have any Vegas stuff to give away. I don't know why. Here's a Colorado Rockies hoodie jacket. It's got this. Look at this. I'm going to do a YouTube video on like a full, well, I guess this is a YouTube video, but I'm going to be like unboxing video. And you can see the crest on the side. It looks very nice. Oh, we've got the Colorado State flag. I think that's the Colorado State flag. Well, the Colorado State flag has that on it, right? I don't know what this flag is, but it's the colors. And then it says Colorado Hockey Club. It's actually very nice. And it is a size, let me see here. I don't know. It's big enough. I don't know what the size is. It's a large. It'll fit me much better than the other one did. Anyway, if you want to win this, you got to be in Canada and you got to be outside of Quebec, or at least have an address outside of Quebec. You can win this right now. Click the link in the description. Get yourself a hoodie. You won't need it for the summer because this one's real thick and warm, but you will need it in the winter. So check it out. That is the giveaway tonight. Austin Walker says, we will see if Torts adds another President's Trophy sweep to his resume. He has done this before. Whoop-de-W says, Stanley Cup final streams at Pod Desk with PC panel, please. No, it's going to be, we can't have Steve go home and then come back downtown and that sort of thing. It will be Steve. He's doing his thing. We're just going to let it go. We're going to let it happen. But yeah, it's going to be, how many people? 1,100 people are here? Hell yeah. Can you guys throw me a like? How are we doing on the likes? Probably low. We're always low on the likes. 60% of the chat, by the way, says it will be a sweep tonight. 60%. I don't know what to say, but I am excited. Klondike Mike says, I don't know if I want that sweater, Adam, but I need to see you put it on. Well, it's a zipper, though. You see what happened last time. That was only a quarter zip, which gave you a quarter nip. We're not doing that again. Can't be flashing those things. I'm going to get demonetized here. And then Jesse and Steve are going to get mad. Face-off has happened. Hayden, we'll sync up streams here in just a second, okay? First face-off. R. Bruce, 1 SDPN membership. Wes Richard, Daddy Wes, dropping 5 SDPN memberships as we get underway. It's Colorado, and it's Vegas, and it's an icing call. So what we're going to do is I got to pause this for 9 seconds. Once the face-off happens so that Hayden and I can line up streams, because Hayden's just slightly behind me, and we want to make sure that your clock is correct. So that's what we're going to do. Canadian Big Mac says, I want each series to go to 7 games. Man, me too. Oh my God, they dropped the puck without it muted. Hayden, I'll get it in the next one. They just dropped it. The camera was not on the thing, so I apologize. How very TSN of them. You're correct. You're correct in that fact. By the way, there was a very funny tweet today. Overdrive from TSN tweeted out, they're like, Mike Johnson confirms that Matt Sundin was at the game today. And I'm like, yeah, I saw him on TSN because he was at the World Championship game scouting Ivar Stenberg. They put him on TV. Cool. Anyway. Out front. And Kadri goes flying. Landeskog back to the point. Kadri in deep. He's got Nelson. Nelson to the point. Shot by Malinsky. That's blocked. And that looked like it kind of hurt Barbashev. He's kind of not that bad. He's not like what happened to Nate last game. Makar is in the game. And by the way, Mackenzie Blackwood, the starting goaltender for the Colorado Avalanche tonight. I was talking to somebody today who really knows their stuff, and they're like, that was a game too late. Should have done that in game 3 if you were going to do it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really blame last game on Scott Wedgwood. I don't know if you guys saw it, if you were here with me, but I did not feel at all like that was the case. But, I think Colorado just kind of lost its confidence. Brent Burns cycling around. It's like old school Brent Burns. Josh Manson to Nick Waugh. He's got some room. Passes to somebody who got knocked down. O'Connor was the intended target there. Oh, puck stays in. O'Connor back to Waugh. Waugh looking for a passing lane. He's got 2 Golden Knights over him. Sissons and Coughlin. And the puck goes out to the point, and Cale Makar is going to collect this. Makar across the blue line. Makar. Puck intercepted by Hurdle. Hurdle behind the Golden Knights net. Colorado really skating tonight. You can see Parker Kelly hounding Thomas Hurdle. Mark Stone gains the zone. Back to McNabb. McNabb's got room. Oh, what a play. And a really Cole Smith had a chance to redirect a puck in from Braden McNabb and then took a few too many swings at it. And the Colorado Avalanche didn't like that, but that's the best shot or chance of the game so far. And we are 2 minutes and 20 seconds into it. Raphael says, if Vegas wins the cup, the last 4 Stanley Cup winners will have been Vegas, Florida, Florida, Vegas. Tax-free, baby. Tax-free. It's not that. They're both really well-run organizations. Let's just be honest. Ruthless organizations, but really well-run. It was Nick Dowd, by the way, that had the shot. I thought it was Cole Smith. I got the number wrong. Camelot says, hey, Adam, I hope you're having a good day. Camelot, I am having a good day. Okay, we're going to freeze this thing, Hayden, and he's about to drop it. Hang on. 3. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's do it. I don't know what happened. Come on, press play. There we go. We went about 10 seconds there. Sorry about that, Hayden. Maybe 11. But the puck went into the bench, so nothing happened. That's great. Ian Ball says, I found my way here. Well, Ian, we're happy to have you here. But Ian, I'm noticing that you're showing up, but there's not a green name there, Ian. How do you keep missing out on the gifted subs, my friend? How do you, Ian Ball, who's here for every stream, not sign up for VIP and join the fun? Just throwing that out. You got to check those settings. CJ Max says, they also aren't tax-free. Federal is never free. Of course not. I'm just joking around. Wes Richard says, any plans for a Jesse Blake J stream anytime soon? I miss that handsome devil. I miss him too. He was supposed to do more streams in the second round, got a little sick. He's fine now. But but you go to sdpn.ca, you will see the streaming schedule. We have it up there right now, and it's newly revamped. Brand new website. Jesse did the whole thing. Helen says, trying to decide if I actually want to watch the game or watch it vicariously through the stream. Oh, and not producer Drew drops another 10 SDPN memberships. Ian, I don't see your name coming up, brother. If you got a subscription gifted to you, please thank the person that gave it to you. Because there's plenty of people who are seeing VIP for the very first time and consider renewing your subscription. It's only $4.99 a month, and you get 4 extra episodes every single month. And if the month is like 4.5 weeks long, then you might get 5 extra episodes. Because, so there's some months are a little wonky. June 12th will be Jesse's next stream, by the way, so maybe you didn't need to check. It's Jay's Yankees? Oh, that's great. I love that he's doing that. Ian Ball says, unreal. It's everyone's fault for not gifting me. Yeah, Ian. Sorry, buddy. You know what? I think they're intentionally missing you. Dan Patrick says, no Marner Vegas jersey, so out comes the Toronto one. Well, there you go. He's got fans. Shot from the point. Theodore just goes wide. Vegas strong here in the opening. Kind of controlling play in the O-zone the way that they have been. Makar at the blue line. Shot and glove by Carter Hart. Jean-Claude says, Adam, when is your birthday? My birthday is April the 13th. So it's already passed. I'm 38 years old now. Freak811, it's odd, but there's some very old accounts that never get flipped over to Google and they cannot get gifts. Is that right? I didn't know that. That's so interesting. Wes Richard, June 12th is my birthday. So I'll consider that a gift from STPN. There you go. By the way, it looks like the Stanley Cup is going to start somewhere in it's going to be obviously next week, but I think it's going to be late next week. That's what I'm hearing. So there could be a significant gap between round 3 and round 4, and I wonder if they move it up. I know the Montreal series. What's that? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's when I heard the date, and I can't confirm it, so I'm not going to say it on the stream, but it is late next week. And I'm like, wait a second. Even if the Habs and Canes go long, that's a long, long way for them to just sit. It seems weird. So I feel like they might change that up. Kadri fighting along the boards. McKinnon's out there. Marner got stripped by Kadri. In comes Makar. He thought he might be offside, but the ref waves that off. Nelson back down low to Makar, who's got McNabb over him. Theodore picks the puck up. Ian Ball says, I'm on an OG YouTube account, 2004. Well, we got a breakaway. Scores. It's Mark Stone. Mark Stone. Holy shit. Where did that come from? The Vegas Golden Knights on a night. Oh, there's Flavor Flav in the crowd. What? The Vegas Golden Knights on a night where the Colorado Avalanche needed to strike first. The Vegas Golden Knights make it happen. Mark Stone, who missed part of last round, part of this round, has come back and scored consecutive goals in consecutive games. Mark Stone, playoff god animal. Swiffer Nation. Swiffer Nation. Can I hear you? Is it happening? Are there any Avs fans here, by the way? I do feel bad for you. Avs fans have been very quiet. Heather, the Avs fan, we miss you. I hope she's at least still here watching. Man, Mark Stone is a playoff flipping animal. It's crazy what that guy can do. Theodore, shot in, redirected by, who is it? Mark Stone. RJ says, was that onside? Well, if it wasn't, Colorado missed it. Nick Waugh in on his former Vegas Golden Knights teammates. Can you believe this? He's playing the team that traded him last offseason only to potentially be swept by them this season. Pain. Pain. That's a very Leaf thing to happen, by the way. Parker Kelly with the puck, gets tripped up a little bit. Rasmus Anderson kind of puts up his hands like, oh, it wasn't me. They're not going to call shit like that. This is a game. This is an elimination game. There's no way. 14:05 to go in the first period. Rasmus Anderson shot in. Girthy Bettman says my LTIR King scores on fast breaks. I know, man. Well, let's be straight about this too. Like, I'm happy for Mark Stone, and that was a great move. What is the Colorado defense doing? What's happening there? Brutal. That's Bad TV says, honestly, I got a feeling the Colorado's going to fall off next year. Hope Toronto holds on to that pick. I think they are holding on to the pick, but what's interesting about that Colorado pick is it is top 10 protected because they're smart. So if they do fall off and fall into the top 10, then it slides to 2028, which could be even more interesting. Imagine a guy like Cale Makar, who would be a free agent, skips town that year. That could be a potential lottery pick for your Toronto Maple Leafs. No, he's not going to leave. I know. But he is going to be the highest paid player. I think Cale Makar is going to be the first $20 million player in the NHL because his career comparables, you guys will laugh at this, are, if you actually dig deep into it, Bobby Orr and like nobody else. Not Paul Coffey, not Denny Potvin, not any of the best goal scoring, puck playing defensemen you've ever seen. It's Cale Makar and Bobby Orr, and that's it. So yeah, he's going to get a lot of money. Kadri why did he make that pass back to Rasmus Anderson, blocked by the gigantic face of Brent Burns? Not producer Drew says Drew's X is silent. Yeah, he's not talking shit tonight. Doug Lee fans, Adam, remember when you said Makar was out and I said, but so is Stone, and you said don't compare? Right. Stone produces hurt. Go Vegas. You're right, Doug. Doug, you're right. Listen, the injuries might be different, but I was wrong on that one. You were right, my friend. Sedin Magic 15. They didn't call anything last night. They're definitely not going to call a thing tonight. Yo, it was crazy that Montreal didn't get the too many men call, but also because people were talking about that today, like that would have been a scandal if Montreal had scored and that too many men call wasn't made. But I also think, and people are not talking enough about this, Lane Hudson was legitimately tripped in his own zone, and it was obvious, and he didn't even sell it. It was just real. And no call. So I think so. Hayden's saying that they felt like they should have made the tripping call, so that's why they didn't call the too many men. Uh, yeah, it's a not makeup call. Weirdly, it's weird. Baxter says, "Did I miss the question for the hoodie giveaway?" There's no question. The only question is, can you click a link which is in the description and enter your information? That's it. We just need name and address, I think, and then that's it. You got to be, contest rules. You got to be 18, that sort of thing. But yeah, I mean, it's right here. We're giving this away, and it's being given away before third period puck drop. So make sure you get in on this. It's pretty nice, and it's a size large too, so it's good for anybody, right? If you're small, you could still fit into something like this and make it cozy. It's a very nice sweater, so thank you to Fanatics for this. Really nice. Anyway, long story short, you don't have to. There's no questions. Dan Patrick says, "Ha ha ha ha! Montreal sucks." Ooh, there's some Habs fans in this chat, Dan, that are not going to take well to that. Rossi says, if you're going to complain about the refs in that series, you got to admit they've been bad for both teams. I think I just did. I think I just said that. Two gigantic, crazy missed calls. Let's just call it like that. Anime Cowboy, don't know if you heard of it on this end, but while it turned out to be Vegas fans were terrified the trade was going to be Karlsson for Marner. Oh, man, I would have died. I love William Karlsson. But yeah, no, there's no way that was going to happen. Vegas isn't stupid. Not that Nick Waugh's not a great player, he is. But, we got a high stick there, but I don't think they're going to call that one. Ross Colton going like, what the hell? He might have been selling it, though. You never know. This time of year, you can't tell. Sedin Magic 15 says, Nick Kiprio said it perfectly on Kipper and Bourne today. The refs look scared to make a call, and that should never happen. Yeah, listen, these refs make good money, too. Like, you're talking like $250,000 up in some cases, and maybe even more. If you're afraid at that level, then you shouldn't be reffing the game. You shouldn't be this late in the playoffs. They try to filter in the good referees or the great ones into these games because not every ref gets to ref these rounds. If you're afraid, you don't belong here. So it's Kelly Sutherland and Gord Dwyer, by the way, who are the refs tonight. Kelly Sutherland, infamous with Vancouver Canucks fans because I believe they're either 0-11 or 0-12 when he refs a Canucks game in the playoffs. Listen, 0-5, I can be like, well, it just didn't go their way. 0-12, that's suspicious. It's suspicious. I'm with them. Okay, Hayden, what's the question about Makar's contract? If you're Quinn Hughes, do you wait till Makar signs or sign before? Well, I think, doesn't Makar have 2 years left and Quinn's got 1? Or it's free agents? I don't know, man. I'd be playing chicken. Although if I'm Makar, I don't like Quinn. Here's the thing: Quinn's got the same leverage Makar does. The Wild are not a Stanley Cup favorite without Quinn Hughes. The Avs are not a Stanley Cup favorite without Makar. So Quinn could wait for Makar, or Quinn could just be like, "Pay me $20 million." And what's Guerin going to do? He's given up pretty good asset in Zeev Buium, and frankly, if you can keep Quinn Hughes for 7 years at 20 mil, I think you do that. That's just me. Dan Patrick says McKinnon playing a normal shift. Time to whack a knee. Well, I think he looks good tonight. Although somebody in the chat was saying terrible body language. Listen, I don't know if I would ask Avs fans, is that terrible body language or do you like that kind of passion? Because I'll be honest with you, I'm a Leaf fan and everybody's kind of stiff here in Toronto, and I would love to see some emotion. Oh. So Landeskog is still the Avs leader in hits, and he did not record a hit last game. That's not good on the forecheck. Meg Han says, or Han, excuse me, Meg, totally agree with your take yesterday's on STP about Marner's playoff success being limited to when he's on teams named the Knights, from a sad Leafs fan. Listen, we all knew Marner could do it. It's great to see him doing it. I'm moving on. Like, I know the whole, there's the ESPN article that came out today and whatever. I'm like, I am so done with this. I'm happy for this man. He gave us some great memories in Toronto. I'm not bitter. We got the first overall pick. Let's move on, baby. It's the rest of the world that doesn't want to seem to move on, but I think Marner wants to move on, and I think we do too. That's just my opinion. Sports Talk Chud, some President's Trophy teams in the last decade. 17 Caps win the Cup next year. 19 Bolts win the Cup, or 2 straight Cups. 21 Avs win the Cup the next year. 22 Cats, 3 straight finals in a row. Well, maybe Colorado's year is next year. You never know. Thomas Cook dropping a $50 super. Thomas, think the Avs would take Makar for Riley straight up? LOL. Yo, Thomas. I think that they would hang up the phone and say, never call us again. Yeah, you know what? Hayden's right. Avalanche need to sweeten the deal. Morgan Riley's on a longer-term deal. It's cost-controlled. Come on, Colorado. Come on. Let's negotiate fairly. Something is clearly says, is Vegas going to build a statue of Marner? Listen, if he wins a Conn Smythe, why not? The man's been their VIP in the play, or is a VIP, their MVP in the playoffs, him and Carter Hart. He has. Oh, Eichel breaks through. Eichel around the net, out front. Oh, Dorofeyev fans on it. What a beautiful play by Eichel. Dorofeyev just could not get the heel of his stick on that puck. Man, Jack Eichel, when he uses that speed, he's unstoppable. He's so strong and just broke through 2 Avs defensemen like it was nothing. One thing I think the Avs are going to do this summer, Kadri gets a reverse hit right in the mouth from Barbashev. Out front, Coghlan to Dorofeyev, and Dorofeyev kind of fanned on it again. I think the Avs this summer are going to try to address the lack of mobility on the back end. I think they thought they had enough. Oh, Kadri's pissed. Look, he just took a bit of a jump run at Dorofeyev. He's pissed with Barbashev, and he's seeing the red mist now. And this is where Nazem gets a little dangerous. And that's how he creates space for himself, too. I'm not criticizing. I've just seen some stuff, you know? Marner at the point. Anyway, it's pretty obvious that the Avs cannot rely just on Malinsky, Taves, and Makar to move the puck. They've got to get more mobile back there. And it's those little differences, you know? Denise Campbell, Adam, are you saying you don't like the zombie Leafs look? That's what I'm saying. I would like the Leafs to look like there's a light in their eyes. Chloe says, been meaning to ask you this. When are you getting the swear jar for the show? Good play there. Whew. Blackwood thankfully poke checks that. Brett Howden, who's been pistol hot this series, broke in on him. And again, poor defensive coverage by the Avs here in the first period. They have only allowed 3 shots, but there have been some really good opportunities for Vegas. Maybe credit Vegas for playing well, but come on, guys. You're the Avalanche. Shot there by Parker Kelly, turned aside by Carter Hart. And the puck goes over the glass, and somebody fell down the stairs trying to run after it. Chloe, let me get to your super chat here. I've been meaning to ask you this. When are you getting this swear-like jar for the show? Every time Steve mentions Rogers versus Rogers or Moneyball in the show, everyone in the room puts $1 in there. No. Steve should have to put money in there. Why do I have to pay for that? Also, you can always tell Steve reads like a few books a year, right? You can always tell which ones they are. Send him that clip. You can. Hi, I've watched 3 movies this year, and I'm going to quote them all. Whoop-de-W says, kind of wish playoffs were heavily policed compared to the regular season, but I like the flow of the games. Everybody's game should be top tier at this point. You know what? I don't mind the refs putting the whistle away, but I think if you're going to put the whistle away, it's got to be put away fairly. So I guess you could make the argument in the Carolina-Montreal series that in overtime last night, they put away the whistles fairly because they just didn't do anything. But yeah, it also there's stupid shit that you should just call, just call it. Music Talk says Marty Necas is 0-7 in the 3rd round in his career so far. So is Jack Drury. Jack Drury. Beer Can Howie says, I hate that I can't watch the game. I'm still working. Ugh. Okay, well, I hope that whatever your shift ends, that it ends sometime before this game is over. And I hope the game's close. Like, it's been pretty close. Listen, if you're watching this, Avs fans, let me ask you. Do you think that this is enough? They can't seem to solve Vegas's defense. And this is why I think, and this is what I'm worried about in the next round. Everybody's like, oh, Carolina, Carolina, Carolina. And I get that. If Carolina wins the series against Montreal, that's not a foregone conclusion. Jakub Dobich is hot. But I think if Montreal wins, I think Vegas will shut them down. If Carolina wins, it's two extremely strong defensive teams. But I don't know that Carolina's got players to the talent level of Eichel and Marner. And I think the Vegas Golden Knights are going to win the Cup. I really do. I really, really do. Shot from McKinnon. Blocked, and McKinnon got the shot back, and that time Carter Hart saw it. Hurdle at center. Bats the puck out of air. Stone. Bats the puck out of air. Got to work on my phrasing here. Landeskog to center. Avs not looking strong here. I know they got the 4 shots, but if you're just tuning in, Vegas looks like a team that's going to go to the finals tonight. Non-producer Drew says, what I like about this series compared to the Montreal series is this one is so fast-paced. Yeah, I mean, that's the Carolina model, right? They tons of shots and boa constrictor. They're going to slow you down. The Ducks, when they had success against Vegas in the second round, they got in the way of the passing lanes for Vegas. And I thought the Ducks could win that series. William Karlsson came back, though, and it was over. He was that good. Meg Hahn, dropping 5 SDPN memberships. Thank you, Megan. Appreciate you. Or Meg. I don't even know if your name's Megan. It could just be Meg. McKinnon has played 344 tonight. He's played 344, 5 shifts in, let me see. That's not bad. In 12 minutes? Okay, so he's playing. He's getting shots. What did you say, Hayden? You think someone's going to offer sheet Dorofeyev? I don't think they got the balls. I honestly don't. Vegas is cap strapped, yes, but I doubt very, very much. I think what Vegas would do is they just match it and then fire someone else out the door. So Maverick Bork's an interesting one because they got to re-sign Robertson too. So if you get Maverick Bork, and you probably, if what was it? I heard today that Scott Lawton and who's the other free agent center? Scott Lawton and somebody else. They're both angling for about $5.5 million a season, which is high. But again, this is the new cap era. Yeah. If that's what Scott Lawton gets you, what do you offer sheet Maverick Bork? Because you need him to sign, right? You got to induce him to actually sign. Oh, shot off the man, just missed the net there. But Vegas, this line has just been untouchable for Vegas tonight. Stone, Dorofeyev, Barbashev, killers, all of them. Oh, up front, Barbashev almost had it all alone with 2 Avs defensemen falling on Dorofeyev. Dan Patrick says Leafs should offer sheet him. Leafs do not have the picks. What are you going to give them, the third round pick? You're not offer sheeting with your first, that's for sure. Oh, shot on net and a save. I guess you could. No, you don't have next year's first round. And you don't have the year after, so no, you can't. Robar says, Adam, I'm sorry for cursing McLaren. No. This is not your fault. They did it to themselves. Andrew Doucette, hey, Adam, can we get a Drew check-in? Hayden, do you dare text Drew? Nobody wants to text Drew. I want to leave Drew alone. And it's because I don't even know if Drew would respond to my text at this point. So Hayden is in a group chat with Steve and Drew, and it's a very active chat, and it's been silent. So there you go. 6 questions. Lent says, I think this might be the end of the Stanley Cup window for the Avs. Lots of picks, lack of picks, weak farm system, aging core. I think it's a little early for that, but they're going to have to get creative this summer. But yeah, I think the next couple of years, this is going to be it. And I think it's the same for Vegas too. Like, these windows are short, and you look at, the San Jose Sharks, once they get their defense sorted, we got a breakaway. Brock Nelson with a shot and a save by Carter Hart. Nelson should have gone for a deke there. Hart saw that the whole way. That was not a strong shot. Not good enough. Not good enough. Yeah. Hayden said still a ghost. Brock Nelson. Yeah, he's not having the best play. Look, this is not a shot he gets the most of either. It's on sort of the tip of his stick, and it rises quickly, but I don't think it's very fast. Yeah, it just kind of bounced. Chris Bro says Avs GM knows it's over. He's dipping to the Predators. I heard that report, but unless they're making him president, can you imagine Chris McFarland just leaves? That would be a lot of change in Colorado. Maybe Cale Makar doesn't stay. I'm kidding. McKinnon drops the puck to Makar. Makar with a shot through traffic. Rebound up front. Both Landeskog and somebody else, I didn't catch their number, were there. But neither of them able to get a stick on it. Makar again through center. Dumps the puck in. Lehkonen giving chase. McKinnon. Back to Makar. Makar to Taze. Taze got some room. Shot through traffic. And that hits his own man Lehkonen in front of the net. He falls hard, and that looked painful. And Makar almost ran into some issues with Keegan Colasar. And Nathan McKinnon just broke Keegan Colasar's ankles. That was a heck of a stop-up. Colasar went flying. A little embarrassing, but hey, you're up 1-0. You don't care that much. The Avs are old. There's no question. I wonder about Avs. I wonder about Vegas with teams like Anaheim, San Jose on the ascent. I wonder how long. Like I was saying this on the playoff or in the podcast on Monday. This might be one of the last great series between these two teams, right? I mean, Vegas, they've been doing this for 9 years. Maybe I should leave them alone. Is Chicago a playoff team next year? I don't think so. Not yet. No, I don't think Chicago's that good. Now, if they make a bazillion changes and they sign some great free agents, I like Spencer Knight in net. I obviously like Connor Bedard, but Connor Bedard's, I'm pretty sure he's a free agent. He's an RFA. So they're going to have to work on that deal first. So Connor Bedard, Leo Carlson are both guys that need contracts this summer. And you can only imagine what they're going to make. And then Chicago apparently wants a guy like Matthew Nyes. I don't think they're going to get Matthew Nyes, but they want him. And they're going to have to give to get. I don't know, man. Like, it just doesn't seem to me. Chicago is a weird team because Jesse said it a few years ago, and I think he's right. They might have got Bedard too early in the rebuild. Because as soon as Bedard comes around, well, now we got to surround him with some good guys, and they just have not made great free agent signings. Paid a lot of money for guys that perhaps they shouldn't have. And it hasn't worked. Well, so Hayden says perhaps haven't drafted well. They keep getting rated as one of the top prospect systems in the sport, but like part of this is you actually need those prospects to work, right? So yeah, Bedard, who was NHL ready, and a bunch of guys who are 4 years away. Lazar, I'm interested in. Not Lazar. Nazar. Frank Nazar. He was great in the first month, and then he got injured. I wonder about that guy long term. Doug Lee fan. With the cap going up to, does the salary levels change? Do the salary levels change for offer sheets? Also, hit like people. Marner for MVP. So yes, they do. We went through them on the last show, and you can Google it. But I believe $11.9 million is anything above that is four first round picks. And then beyond that, I think it's like 10 and a half to 11.9 is like a 1, 2, and a 3, Hayden. You could put it in the chat if you want to, Hayden. Like I'm sure people would want to know. So anyway, it's a Whoop-de-W says the podcast in the offseason should invite hockey psychology. I think it would be a hell of a dialogue. What do you think? People have suggested that before. I'm open to it. I think, one of the things with our show is that it's not that we wouldn't have hockey psychology or we wouldn't have Shannon on or any of those things. We have. I think it's just we don't do a lot of guests normally. But, like every once in a while when it makes sense, like we had Scott Wheeler on last week to talk about the draft, that's when we do it. I think here's my philosophy with podcasts is people over guest on them. Every podcast is here's our guest this week. And sometimes that makes sense. Obviously, like, Caller Daddy and Joe Rogan, that's how they made their bones. But there's like 80 million podcasts out there and they're all trying to do that same thing. So with our show, we tend to really make it special. I think hockey psychology would be pretty cool though. Is it? Basement yard? Same thing. Oh, what a play. Carlson knocked that puck out of midair. Woo! Wow. That was a cool play. Wow. Burns made a good hit on Dorofeyev here. And then look at this. Look at that play by Barbashev, who just kind of backhands it, and Carlson gets it with one hand, and Blackwood makes a good save. Damn. Carlson. Should have got him for Marner. That's all I'm saying. Would Steve invite George Peros? Sure, I'm sure he'd invite him. I think George would say absolutely not. I don't have any interest in your content or any of the questions you want to ask me. They never want to answer questions when it's when it's not them bigging up themselves. Meg says Jesse's website redesign is fire, and yes, it's Megan. Thank you, Megan. .345 left to go in the first period. Shots are 7-6 Colorado, but it's deceptive. They've gotten a lot of first shots on Carter Hart, but if you want to score on Carter Hart, I keep saying it's got to be rebounds, and they're not getting them. Kulak off a stick. Mitch Marner at center. Great pass. Just barely intercepted, but Colton Sissons could have had a quick break there. 3:20 to go. Kadri through center. Nina Kusis just joined STP VIP. Welcome, Nina. Happy to have you here. Makar regrouping to Taze. Taze across the... Wow, he just gave that puck right away. This is what's happening. Colorado gets through the neutral zone, gains the zone, tries to dump it in. Vegas are all over them. Tries to carry it in. Vegas are all over them. They're just smothering them on defense. Kadri through center. Shot. And again, Vegas blocking that puck. Makar. Natchez. One of the guys who I think has not had a good series, Marty Natchez. He had that one spectacular play in the third period of game 3, but other than that, he has been a ghost. Taze with a shot. And that puck is redirected by Carter Hart. That's great rebound control right into the crowd. All right, you have to tell me, Hayden. I have no idea. I don't know what Maverick board stats look like. Well, how much money is that? Hayden's trying to figure out what a Maverick Bork offer sheet looks like. 2.3 to 4.7 is a second round pick. I can see that, but I think it might be more. Like, why would he sign that if he could probably get that from Dallas, right? And if you're him. Also, Dallas has got a really good opportunity here. If you have to trade off your roster, first off, they always draft well. But if you have to trade off your roster, it gives you an opportunity to make that defense a little deeper. Puck, give it away to Marner. Oh, my God. What were the Avs doing? Marner gets knocked down, but he does get the shot off. Blackwood makes the save. In comes the Avs. Lehkonen. Out front, Avs trying to get that puck. McKinnon tried the backhand. Landeskog could not get there. That's another guy who's not been that effective in this series, unfortunately. Got 100 seconds left in this period. Waugh gets the puck deep. Well, not deep enough. McNabb stops it up. And Kolazar versus Josh Manson here. They've hated each other this series. And Kolazar just can't get away from Manson. Oh, and two Avs run into each other, and they're in pain. Man, it's just nothing's going right for the Colorado Avalanche right now. It was Kulak and O'Connor that ran into each other, and Kulak was slow to get up. Shot through traffic, and a rebound with 1:07 to go just goes wide. Kolazar gets his puck intercepted, and I think we're going to have a penalty now. Hooking call, and it's going to be O'Connor to the box. Ooh. Or no, Manson to the box. Oof. Ugly, dude. What was Burns throwing that at? Holy. Blackwood had to save Burns is behind there, and then O'Connor and Kulak run into each other, and then it's Manson who is going to get a hooking call. Oh, yeah. That is a hooking call. Andrew Doucette, this looks like a Leafs game where they just quit. There's nothing happening good for the Avs right now. Avs are they're in trouble. They're in trouble. That's a bad hooking call too. You don't need that right now. Now, this penalty, if it lasts the first 2 minutes, is going to be split over the first and second periods. Jack Eichel is spinning around he's complaining about something, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Vegas Golden Knights have 2 goals in 9 opportunities this series. That's 22%. It's not bad. Haven't been that many penalties in this series. And whenever Vegas takes one, it doesn't matter because their penalty kill has been unbelievable. Lehkonen pinning his man against the board. Taves trying to get that puck out, but he's got Eichel and Stone all over him. What a friggin' nightmare. And the puck is flipped off into the glass. Hurdle trying to get the refs to call a penalty on this because it could be a penalty. Are the refs going to look at this? They're going to talk. 28 seconds to go. Is Taves going to the box for delay of game? This would be a disaster. I think he might be. It doesn't look like it hits the glass, guys. Let's see. Oh, yeah. It hits the glass. It hits the glass. Yeah. Look, it does hit the glass. Watch. It up high here. Yeah. I think it does. Not producer Drew says it feels like Vegas is just. Hang on, I'm gonna get you here. Toying with the Avs, forcing them to play frustrated hockey, not desperate hockey, forcing the Avs to make mistakes. Yeah, man, I don't think you could sum it up any better. I think it's exactly what's happening. And the puck did hit the glass. That's what I thought. And Marner's complaining. Listen, Vegas fans, get used to this. Mitch Marner complains when you don't need to complain. Stop complaining. Just get on with it, guys. You got the thing. There's certain guys where you're like, hey, listen, shh. They're on it's all good. Yeah, that for sure hits the glass. Right at the top. Fishin says, I remember the Canes getting grilled by the media for letting Burns walk, LOL. I don't remember being one of those media members. I don't think I had an opinion on it. I was like, oh, good. He signed in Colorado. That's as far as I got. Marner from the point shot. And, Eichel had the beautiful opportunity on the rebound, and he just had his stick interfered with at the last minute. 20 seconds to go. Marner, again, he's got room. Marner down low to Eichel. Eichel tries to feather it in. It's blocked by Taves. Taves intercepts, and somehow that gets in on Blackwood. Man, good playing there between Eichel and Marner. 8 seconds to go. You know Mitch Marner's never going to shoot, except he actually shot there. That's how you know he's playing confidently. When he stops shooting, he's lost his confidence. Man, he's got it. He's got the juice, whatever it is. When Marner starts shooting the puck, you know he's feeling it. That is dangerous for whoever they're playing in potentially the next round. Nelson loses the face-off draw. Dorofeyev just put that puck over. Good play by Jack Eichel. This period's over and a not good start for the Avs. I know if you just tuned in and you're like, oh, the shots are 8-8. Not producer Drew said it perfectly. Vegas are forcing the Avs to play frustrated hockey, not desperate hockey. Blackwood's look good, though. Boy. It's looking like Vegas are going to be the unstoppable force here. There's some yelling on the ice. There's Marner complaining again. Mitch, let it go, Mitch. Let it go. You're playing great. Rennie says Mitch needs to get rid of that dirty Dom mustache. It doesn't work. Well, it's the playoffs. You got to grow your beard. Listen, Steve for the longest time could not grow facial hair. It's only been in the last couple of years he can. Some of us bloom late with our facial hair. Okay, I still can't. I get a little bit of a shade thing, but no, it's not good. It's not a good look. I get about 3 days in, and I'm like, ooh. I don't think I could go to work and have people take me seriously like that. Some people grow a thick, juicy beard. Jesse Blake, one of them. Steve grows a nice beard. I can't. CJ has a great beard. You're absolutely right. Now, it's a good point. And you know what CJ's beard? It's the right amount of blonde, which is his hair color, and a little bit of gray, but it's distinguished. I couldn't. Austin Walker 55 says Tort's energy starting to rub off on Marner a bit. Well, listen, Mitch does that, and you've got to have somebody who's a squeaky wheel with the refs, especially this point in the CE thing. But you want to make sure it's not the same guy. So he complained once. Now he's complaining again. It's like, leave it. Just leave it. Move on. You've got the one goal. You're in a great position. You've had a great period. Referees are human beings. Don't piss them off because they can make bad calls because they're biased too, right? Anybody that wants to tell me an NHL referee isn't biased, I'm sorry, they're human beings. We all have them, right? So you gotta just, let's back it off a little bit here. You had a great first period. Now, for the Avs to get back in this game, before we throw a clip here, I don't know what they can do. I've literally no idea. I do not know. Because I have not, except for the first period of game 3, seen the Avs dominate a single period really in this series. They've had some series where they've fought it even, but I don't know. I mean, maybe a quick goal at the beginning of the second period, but even then, like, are you feeling confident? I don't know. Anyway, Hayden, what clip are we playing here? Why are we playing a Leafs clip here? All right. All right. Can we fix the Leafs decor? You guys are going to laugh. If you're a Vegas fan or you're an Avs fan, you're going to watch this segment and just laugh. That's your decor? Listen to this cope from these Toronto losers. But it needs to be fixed. So what do? We got some ideas. Check it out.
Steven Dangle.
Yes.
I did not realize how much of the decor, I guess I just forgot, how much of the decor is locked up for next season for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
I'm glad you're going here.
Troy Stetcher is a UFA.
Yes.
And Villeneuve is an RFA. Those are the only contracts coming off the books out of Riley, McCabe, Tanev, OEL, Carlo, Benoit, Myers. So, Adam, you were mentioning
Myers is locked up.
Yeah, Myers is locked up next year. So, Adam, you were talking about okay, we need Benoit and Myers replacements. They're still on the team, right? So
certainly, I don't mind Benoit 135.
Totally. None of the contracts are agreed. It's just that they're under contract.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious. It's to the two of you gentlemen. Are you making trades off of the decor and all of these guys under contract? What are you doing? Who are you moving off the decor?
So eventually you're going to have to. But the question is, who? Morgan Riley is the obvious one. I think he gets traded. Everybody thinks that he's going to get traded. I think he gets traded. I don't know for what. I don't think you're getting much back. Just remove the cap hit. That's a win. Then you've got Tanev and McCabe together as your defensive shutdown pair, right? You've got Ben Danford probably at least attempting to make the team, although he's going to play a lot in the AHL this year, right?
He's doing well.
And he's doing well.
He jumped right in.
You're hoping that Brandon Carlo has a rebound, and then you can just trade him.
Jeez, it'd be hard for him not to.
But listen, let's look at what. Okay, so what's the rumor? Logan Stanley's going to be UFA this year. Logan Stanley is going to make a fortune.
Too much.
If you think what Brandon Carlo makes is too much at 3.485 or Oliver Ekman-Larsson at 3.5, Logan Stanley will make more money than those guys on a long-term deal. So what the Leafs have going for them here, guys, is yes, they have a lot of trade protection on that roster, I grant you. But you've got efficient contracts. Brandon Carlo making $3.485 million as a 6'7" right shot defenseman. Guys, Timothy friggin' Liljegren just got a 2-year extension at $3.25 million. I'm sorry, that's not Brandon Carlo's gonna be. That's a contract people are gonna want, even if he plays third pairing minutes.
You're gonna think Adam's coping here. He's right.
Those are efficient deals.
No, they're in a good
They just don't have the high end talent.
I think worst case scenario with Philip Myers, you waive him and he either plays.
He's going to pass through. No,
plays in the Marlies, or I think he might get claimed.
I would even look at.
He's right-handed. Somebody will take.
Somebody will take. What's Troy Stetcher want? I don't.
But is that a good result for Myers? You just give him away.
Well, buddy,
but
you saw the way he played. Who's giving up assets for him?
Yeah.
You're not giving him a full-time spot. You're not.
If John Chayka got like an unconditional draft pick in like 200th overall for that player, I'd be like, I'd change my mind on everything I've ever said about him. He's great.
You're going to Wendy's again.
He's unbelievable. I'm going to
Shakenators.
straight to Wendy's and getting a Shakenator. And like OEL at 3.5. Oh man, he's 34. I'm still at the point. I think he should cost someone a fortune.
He's got game, dude. He does.
I think he should either cost a fortune or you keep him.
I agree.
At 3.5.
Steve, who else is supposed to move the puck?
The cap hits. You know what's going to be interesting is how many guys who could barely make this decor are going to end up making more.
Yep. Lots.
Stanley was
I'm giving you an
third
example.
pair D.
Logan Stanley, yeah. Who's an imperfect player, to say the least. But he's big and he shoots right, I think.
Oh,
The ages do scare me a little.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tanev
Everybody's in
particular.
their early to mid 30s.
Which is why I probably don't bring Stetcher back. It depends on the...
I mean, if you bring Stetcher back and he's playing most of the time with the Marlies, you don't care.
If I can bring Stetcher back for what Villanove's making, or not Villeneuve, sorry. If I can bring Stetcher back for what Myers is making, lovely.
Or Benoit. Like
I don't know if you go to one.
I think there's a little bit of a recalibration with the salary cap going up that a 1.3
Yeah.
or a 1.2 or 1 is more like the 900 grand.
You're probably not
Righties-
wrong.
Righties are so hard. So, like, who do they have organizationally who's a righty? They got Danford, they got Villeneuve. Who else do they have back there? Oh, Matt Benning. He's a UFA. I know.
It's nuts that they didn't use
He's
him.
not an option.
Toby Namela. Oh, is Borghese? Here, scroll down a little. Borghese shoots right, and Hayes Hundley shoots right. Those are two college signings.
What did Keith Pelly call him again?
Vinny Borghini.
I love that you just knew that. Hey, what about Toby
Just
Namela?
call him.
Oh no.
Sorry, I was going to say some Italian slurs. Like, he should have just. I can't believe we're not giving him enough shit that he called him Vinny Borghini.
Yeah. Johnny Pasta.
Yeah. Here's fucking hockey.
Here's fucking garlic fingers.
Yeah,
right?
so I'm really proud we signed Hockey Spaghetti over here. I can't believe he called him Vinny Borghini.
Yeah. So yeah, I think like when I look at this, like obviously there's no high end talent. Let's just call it what it is. But the top three guys, like I'm assuming Morgan Riley's gone because he is gone, guys. And people are like, oh, he's got a no trade clause. No, guys, F off.
You're very
You guys
confident
act like
in
you're
that.
new to this. Like nobody's ever waived a no trade in their entire fucking life.
I could see him on
He's
the
not coming
team
back.
starting this season.
You know what, Jesse? You know what? I'm going to say something really unpopular. I could see him being good again under the right head coach, being useful
on the Leafs.
Not $7.5 million useful
On the
but-
Leafs.
Yes, but if Morgan Riley's playing 18 minutes a night in a second pairing role on a team that plays a little bit more like how the team is built, I could see that working.
Okay, why can't that team be the Leafs?
It can be. It's just a question. I think both sides are primed for a. I get that sense.
Played
Like, it's-
almost 1,000 games.
Sometimes it's just over.
He's
man.
the longest serving Leaf. He's been through everything.
Everything.
20
Everything
12.
you've been through, Steve, Morgan Riley has shared that
On the
experience
ice.
with you.
He's been with the Leafs
On
longer than
the
this has been a
ice.
podcast, dude.
Yeah.
What?
He's been with the Leafs longer than this has been a podcast.
That's insane. That's insane.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I do think he will go elsewhere and be useful. Will he be 7.5 million useful? No. And the problem with the Leafs is they never put him in a position, except for that couple of years. Even then, they'd be like, oh, well, here you go. Here's Ron Hainsey. For that couple of years, he got like 60, 70 points. They were putting him in positions on the power play to succeed, but they never found him a defensive partner. And at a certain point, I think it's on Mo that nobody worked with him.
Oh, my. Yes.
Like
Yes.
there was that one quick run with Brandon Carlo at the end of a season and a half ago where their numbers exploded together. They were great.
There were 2 times they put him with big dudes who do nothing. Luke Shen and Brandon Carlo.
It worked.
And it worked. Those are the only 2 D partners he ever won a series with.
And usually when you
that
have a player
insane?
making $7.5 million when that contract was signed, I know it's different now.
Yeah.
They make the players around them better.
Right.
And I unfortunately never saw that with Mo. And I know there are guys that will say, oh, well, you're wrong and that's stupid and whatever. the goal with Morgan Riley was always to find him a partner that made him better. I never heard, hey, Morgan Riley needs to make his partner better. Never heard that.
So very true. But you know the stuff that we've heard about I'm not even gonna pick up the phone if John Chaykin
Oh,
calls.
they're picking up the fucking phones.
Okay, so you're gonna be okay. Okay, let me look. All right, here's a third line here's a third pair defenseman who's available. What do they want? $14 million. Or I could call John and give up like a third for
Morgan.
Morgan. I wasn't even talking about Morgan. Like just anyone else.
Let's give me this.
Morgan Riley becomes a free agent today. I think he still earns that.
I think you're probably right. And you look at, like, let's say, what's Logan Staley going to make? 4.5, 5?
I think he makes it. I think he gets Zadorov's contract.
No, 6?
He's a free agent.
$6 million.
He's a free agent. No one's available.
Oh man. Yeah, Morgan. Yeah,
He
Morgan might have
definitely
some value.
asks for it,
Yeah, for sure.
and then someone gives it to him. That's why I think Tuck's going to get like 10 million or like 11 million in Columbus.
You're not wrong
Because someone,
Why Columbus?
because they're the team who's like, listen, we know you don't want to come here, but here's $11 million. And they go, shit.
wasn't it Boone Jenner that's kind of pissed because they haven't offered him? I think Boone Jenner's probably out in Columbus, so then maybe that's the
A
replacement.
bunch of guys have let go of their agent, and not all of it I've been able to confirm.
Boone Jenner was one of them, was he not?
Yeah. So that's going to be a fascinating. There's going to be a lot of movement, man.
A lot of trades. I think there has to be.
I almost wonder if a bunch of. How do you not look at Texier and go like Alexander Texier? How do you not look at that and go, you know what? I want out of my current deal. The Blues were. It didn't work. He throws his deal in the garbage. He was great in the regular season with Montreal. He's been very effective for them in the playoffs. Is he a free agent coming up? That guy's going to make millions of dollars.
Yeah, he's been a good player for them.
Why not?
By the way, Carrier too. They just got that guy for free
Yes, for Justin Barron.
because they were smart enough to call the worst general manager in the league.
Oh boy. Here, since
I hope John Chaika does that.
I know we're wrapping up, but like there's
Oh, you go a little bit here.
we didn't get to this earlier. Everyone's talking about like, oh, Vegas, and they got this guy this way and this guy this way, and obviously Marner, oh, the Leafs just let him go. Go and look at the Ivan Barbashev trade.
Oh, it's rough. It's a rough trade.
They're about to win their second cup with that guy for Zach Dean, who's so someone goes, yeah, it was Zach Dean in a first, right? Zach Dean was the first.
He was supposed to be something. He's
And-
not panned out.
Yeah, but it's Doug Armstrong's partially fault
Yeah,
that he's
totally.
not.
Totally.
Let's be honest. They should have won more than they did, that Blues team, and not keeping Pietrangelo and that some of the stuff that got is crazy. His mismanagement of them should be studied. And given all that money to Binnington, and you know what I mean? Like just whoo.
Is not great.
Hey, did you like the thing you just watched?
Was it hilarious?
Was it informative?
Was it me losing my mind?
Possibly. Potentially. Most of the time it is. Hey, listen, if you like what SDPN has to offer, you should check out more of our videos and subscribe to our channel by clicking subscribe, or Steve will find you.
Denise Campbell says it's Hayden's cats playing with a mouse. Poor Avs fans. And Hayden, I don't. Are your cats ever not fighting each other? But like, it's fun fight. I know they're play fighting. They're always up to because they're young cats, right? Because once. Oh yeah, okay. So once 10 years from now, when like my cat, my cat just sleeps and is a pain in the butt when it's time to feed him. Other than that, he's a cuddler. He likes the lap. Baba, 632, Baba, welcome to STP VIP, Baba. My cat yawns a million times a day. Yo, you know what my cat does? My cat sneezes. My cat sneezes like a human being. He'll walk around and go, bah, bah, all the time. I think he's allergic to himself. Brock Nelson wins the face-off draw against Thomas Hertl. We are back for the second period. Avs are on the PK, but a nice little start for them. Logan O'Connor puts that puck into the netting, but we're going to get an offensive zone face-off for the penalty-killing Colorado Avalanche. Owen Ader says, yeah, my cat does that too, Adam. He just sneezes. Just sneezes all the time. All right, here we go. Nelson loses his face-off drop to Jack Eichel, who's been killer on the face-offs to start. And here we go. Mitch Marner going to carry the puck up, probably leave it for Eichel, I think, here. No, he's going through. Marner cuts back into the Avs zone. He had Taze and O'Connor on him. Stone is there in support. And the Avs are sort of trying to get this puck out of here. But the Vegas Golden Knights were all over them, and they've been all over every puck carrier in this series. The one-man legend, I said the on-three-man legend. The one-man legend, Adam, what's your cat's name? His name is Teddy. And he is my wife's cat. But he became my cat when I started dating and then living and then marrying her. So we're together on the cat parenting thing. Although I am allergic to cats, so I have to limit how much I pet him and stuff, but he's a very, very good cat. Very nice cat. Burns fires the puck up on the backhand. This penalty is over, by the way, for the Avs. We're back to 5-on-5. Puck goes into the netting. Avs have got to do something in the first 5 minutes of this period to get back in this game. They're looking slow. They're looking not great. Okay. Cale Makar is the only Avalanche player with more than one shot so far? Wow. I know McKinnon's had some attempts, but they've all been blocked. Bobcat says, Adam is just a clean-shaven kind of guy with a chin like that. You can't blame him. I have an oddly shaped head and a big jaw, but I love it. It's not like I really have a choice, but I don't need to do what those looks maxing guys do with their chin, and they're like hammering away at it, trying to make it more. I had a chin. Working on getting the chin back, actually. Got a little, put on a little weight there. Lost the chin for a while. McKinnon with a shot. That goes wide. Makar in the corner. Makar carries the puck around. Makar looking for a passing lane shot from Makar. Still the only Av with multiple shots. And that one was a good one. Tried to find just a little spot over the quarter of Carter Hart, but Hart got it. Oh, he actually had the right idea there. Carter Hart could have been fooled by that. Turning the table says, who do you think of Vegas? Who do you think Vegas would rather play, Montreal or Carolina? I would imagine Montreal, because they're a younger team, and you've already faced a young, exciting team like them in the Anaheim Ducks, and I think you feel like you can handle them easier than Carolina. I would think Montreal. Hayden says Vegas's fourth line would give Lane Hudson hell. Yeah, nicked out. Crazy. Doug Lee fan says, I know what can take down Vegas. Kryptonite. I know it's Seems like that's the only thing. Vidarsky. I watched the VIP Games episode from a few months ago. Will you be doing those again? It was fantastic. That was a Christmas episode, and it was the best. And yes, absolutely, we're going to do that again. It was one of the most fun times I've ever had. VIP episodes are the best. By the way, not producer Drew dropping 10 SDPN memberships to make sure that you can see VIP episodes too, because we put out 4 episodes a week, but one of them is a VIP, and you got to be paying $4.99 a month for it. Helps us support the business. Also, we have a VIP ad-free where at $6.99 a month, you get every episode several hours earlier than the rest of people and no ads. Completely for you. Andrew Doucette, would be very funny if Vegas fans yell at Abs, "You bums." It would be. Emo Jalapeno says, could this be one of the biggest upsets in history stats-wise? Sorry if you answered this already. We'll miss you, Adam, if this is your last stream. Well, maybe if Colorado could get back in this game, it won't be. But yes, I definitely think, Emo Jalapeno, you are correct. I mean, Connor McDavid called this division, which includes the Vegas Golden Knights, a pillow fight. It was so bad in Vegas, they fired their head coach with 8 games to go. And they just really haven't lost much since. Yeah, I would say that this is a massive upset. Like, that nobody could have called. Anime Cowboy says, I actually want to see Carolina because we almost never see them. Vegas Golden Knights. Oh, we got a penalty here. And listen, Vegas is pretty good on the penalty kill. Still probably not something they want, but let's be honest. They're very, very good. Landeskog is going to take this face-off draw. He's got Natchez and McKinnon on his wings, Kadri and Makar at the points. It's Cole Smith in the box for hooking. Makar had the puck fired out. Colorado lost the draw, so Makar is going to have to switch back here. McKinnon now with the puck makes the pass to Landeskog. Avs can't even gain center here. Now they finally have Natchez. Drops the puck to Kadri. Kadri's got Carlson all over him, just hounding him. Kadri gives the puck back to Carlson. It gets into his skates, and Makar's got it at the blue line. He's got room. Makar to McKinnon. McKinnon looking for somebody to pass to. Down low to Natchez to McKinnon. McKinnon with a shot. And that goes around over the net and out. 1:20 left on this power play. Makar collecting in his own zone. Natchez gains the blue line. A Vegas Golden Knights player, that was Eichel, just falling. And Mitch Marner with the interception, and he tries to find Eichel, who would have been away. And it would have been hard for Makar to turn around and catch him, especially with the way that hip has been bothering him. Marner's been great on these PKs, by the way. Just throwing that out there. Howden fires the puck down the ice. He's also been strong. Daniel said, Vegas took that pillow and smothered Colorado. Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Yes. Burns. Down low to Natchez. Natchez with 23 seconds to go. Hasn't done much in this series. Can he create something here? Over to Makar. Shot by, I think it was Nelson. And easily stopped. Oh, that wasn't Makar. That was Burns. Easily stopped by Carter Hart. Easily. Colorado got 2 shots on that power play. It's over now. Nelson through center. Makes a move. Makes another move. Nelson. Shot. Hey, that was a great move by Brock Nelson. But Carter Hart there to stop it. If you can get through Vegas's defense, then you got Carter Hart to face. Oh, what a play by Nelson to Waugh. And Carter Hart somehow makes the save on that. Nelson found Waugh streaking in, and Carter Hart saw it at the last second. Burns now with Stone behind the Colorado net. Taves through center. Shot. Fired in just gently. Wow. This is bonkers, man. Like, Vegas is making Colorado look sluggish. Like, this feels like a Toronto Maple Leafs regular season game from this year. This is not, Yeah. Okay. Kulak shot through a bunch of people. Fourth line for the Avs is out there. Kiwi Ranta, Drury, and Parker Kelly. Back down to Drury. Drury back up to the point. Wound and shot by Kulak. That hits a body. And William Karlsson tried to tip it past Malinsky. Marner's going to get this, though. Colorado has 5 shots this period, 0 for Vegas. Doesn't seem to matter. Do any of those shots look dangerous to you except for that Nick Waugh one? Not to me. I guess the Cale Makar one was dangerous. Thought that was icing, by the way. It's waved off. Jack Eichel gets it to Barbashev. Barbashev with a shot. Good save by Blackwood. 13:35 to go in the second. Oh boy. Hey, good time to remind you, we got stuff we're giving away. If you are in Canada and you're not in Quebec, sorry, those lottery rules in Quebec. Anyway, we want you to win this. Look how cool this is. It's a Colorado Avalanche sweater. It's a size large, so it'll fit everybody. Whether you're tiny and you're small, then you can fit into this. Or if you're somebody like me and you don't want it, spray painted on your body like the last Avalanche sweater I tried to put on, this is the one for you. Sign up before puck drop in the third period. You got to be 18 years of age or older. Sign up then, because if you don't, you'll miss it. And this could be the last stream. This could be my last stream. This could be it. Like literally of the season. It ends tonight if Vegas wins. Sedin Magic 15. This looks like a Canucks game from this year. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Dan Patrick says, Adam, like 10-second behind stream. I'm supposed to be 9 seconds behind the cable package because Hayden and I need to align our streams. And Hayden is 9 seconds behind play. So that's what we do. Oh, so we're in line with anybody streaming the game, but because YouTube has latency, then I'm okay. But yeah, that's why we have the time clock on there, so you can pause your TV and yeah, we can't be ever fully lined up because you got to remember that this is going over the internet and then being rendered and then brought out. We're faster than like Sportsnet is because they're like 45 seconds. Yeah, but for us, there's always going to be a 6-second delay with cable because it's the internet and that's how it works. John says, Adam, we need it in extra small and we need a show again. Nah. I don't think we need to see that again. Lipstick Attack says, I would love Steve to do play-by-play and Adam to do color for the Cup final. A girl can dream. Steve does not. I have to say, it's one of those things where it's very difficult to do unless you're in the same room. And then that would require me driving to Whitby or Steve driving downtown Toronto every single Cup game. Maybe one day we do that, but we got young kids and stuff, and it's easier to just do one person, less tech issues. I know it sounds great in theory, but I don't know that it would be as good as you guys think it might be. And we're trying to save you from a bad stream. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what we're trying to do. Maybe one of these days I'll go over to Steve's house on like a random Saturday night and I'll do color and he can do the play calling. Hayden thinks no. You want me to do the intermissions, Hayden? What would I do? Just sit here and talk to myself? Yap to the chat. You know what? Stupid Turtle says, you mean Ajax? Yeah, you're right. He does live in Ajax. I just say Whitby for some reason. I don't know why. Whitbizzle, as it's known locally. O'Connor. Down low. McKinnon. Half wall. Shot to the point. It's Burns. He wound up, but again, blocked before it even reaches Carter Hart. That's a thing Vegas does, man. Manson trying to avoid Dorofeev. Manson gets the puck up to the wall where Eichel is able to stop it. Waugh gets it out, or at least tries to. O'Connor at center fires it deep. And Carter Hart's going to come out, stop that. Puck is out at center ice again. Avs collecting here. It's Nick Waugh going off for a change. Burns. Backhand. Burns was under pressure there, backhanded it, and immediately turned it over. Burns has not been made to look good. Dan Patrick says, you, Steve, and Jesse at a round table in intermission. Man, are the panels that bad? Oh, here we go. Shot. Good save there by Blackwood. Yeah, I mean, listen, you know what we could do for the finals? Maybe we could like do some tailor-made segments for the finals so that Hayden's got something to play or Drew's got something to play. We could do that. We could pre-record some stuff. It's just, again, it comes down to like, we're a very small company, and the tech issues, if we screw up a stream, it's not great. We want you to ultimately have a good stream. So the method is always, oh, here's Sissons in alone. Blackwood angles him off. The key is to keep it simple. It's the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. One man, one camera, easy. But, and one producer. Oh, here we go. Down with a shot. Oh, I think that just went wide. And here comes Marty Necas. No fast break there. Chloe says, Quebec was weird with Spotify at one point. At the beginning of Spotify becoming big, Quebec residents couldn't pay for premium. It was weird and annoying. Yeah, Quebec they sure do things differently. Not always productively, in the government at least. But damn it, I love that province. It's so much fun. Doug Leafan says, Adam, you could just meet in your mom's basement. It's where the podcast started. Yeah. You know what? She probably would let us. Spicy Hold the Mayo. Adam, are you a believer in the Vegas flu? I don't know if it's the flu. I think it's the Vegas making you play frustrated and do shit you wouldn't normally do. Kiwi Ranta touches the puck, and that's going to be offside. Rave says, play a montage of you guys supporting Marner throughout his tenure to show how poorly he was treated in Toronto. Oh, Raves, you must be new to the channel. We gassed that guy up all the time, and he deserved it. People only remember the stuff that was negative, but if you've been on this channel a long time, and I don't feel the need to worry about this media thing. We pumped that man's tires over and over again. It was only in the playoffs where things got frustrating, right? I mean, Leaf fans love Marner, still love Marner. My daughter's first jersey was Mitch Marner. It's just, it didn't happen in the playoffs. Didn't work. And it's working for him now. Happy for him. You have a signed Winter Classic Marner jersey, Hayden? That's great. Well, I mean, you could just frame it. I mean, the guy's going to win the Conn Smythe this year. Although framing jerseys is outrageously expensive. Where do these people get off? It's ridiculous. Kiwi Ranta. Kelly. Dan Patrick says, we have faith in you guys. Pandemic proof of concept. Yeah, but those are just Zoom calls. Us doing that over Zoom calls. It wasn't a live stream. It was all recorded, right? Sports Talk Chud. Also, I want to wear a jersey. What do you want to wear? You want to wear a jersey? Sports Talk Chud said, well, Leaf fans don't got to worry about the playoffs this year. Listen, Sports Talk Chud, we might not even have to worry about the playoffs next year. It's been wild, man. Watching the entire playoffs without a dog in the fight, it's been a decade since that happened for us. And listen, I'm loving it. I'm having fun. But I kind of don't want this to be the way things are. They better be pretty bold here, this Leafs management group. They got a lot of work to do. Marner with a steal. Oh, that was close. And Eichel almost had his stick on it too. There's Mitch Marner again. Conn Smythe favorite, I think, at this point. Non-producer Drew says, if when Vegas goes to the Stanley Cup final, I think when, is Steve going to get a Vegas Marner sweater, or should the chats send the SDPN crew a box of them? I don't think that's going to happen. But that's funny, actually. I don't know. You'd have to ask Steve. I think that'd be hilarious. Sedin Magic 15, how much does it cost to frame a jersey? Well, the way these companies are charging now, in some cases, it's like $500 to $600. And I'm like, oh, another bad giveaway by Manson. Hayden's just Googled it. It's $400 to $600 for professional framing. It's nuts. Logan Prescott, it wasn't even at first. We kept hope for way too long. It ran tired, and everybody, it wasn't the right mix for Marner and Go Leafs. Yeah, for sure. And listen, I don't put that on him. The guy I really blame for that era is Shanahan. And I mean, he was in charge of the team, so it kind of makes sense. The mix wasn't there. It wasn't working, and they didn't pivot. And that's just really what happened. And they ran into some stiff competition, but so what? It's the Stanley Cup playoffs. You're going to run into stiff competition. And it's a shame it ended the way it did. It really is. But shit happens, and I'm ready to move on. Like, I'm happy for the guy. Like, legitimately, I am. I've moved on. We got a first overall pick coming. I'm so over this. And I'm tired of talking about it. Like, it's just annoying at this point. You know, like, good for him, man. Go be successful. Thank you for the memories. Like, I don't know. What else is there to say? It's not something that Toronto fans are bringing up as much. It is media. It's American media driven mostly. And, you know, everybody, it's very cool to dunk on Canada right now, especially if you're in the States. Like, I get it. Donald Trump's doing it. You guys won the gold medal. You deserve to dunk on us for that. You know, it's very in style to be like, fuck Canada. But to be honest with you, like, from my perspective, I just don't care anymore. I'm so bored. I'm ready for this draft to happen. I'm ready for free agency to happen, and I'm ready to see some trades because there are some desperate teams, and the Leafs are among them, that need to make some moves. And there's not a lot of good free agents out there. I think that's going to be fun. Over under 30.5 points for the first overall pick. If it's McKenna and the Leafs play him with Matthews, I think so. I think he can get over 30. I think that would be like the best case scenario too. How much did Celebrini get in his first season? People forget this. Celebrini, I'm looking up right now. Macklin got 63 points in his rookie season. And that was really, really good. 70 games, but then exploded obviously this year with 115. I think it's rare for rookies, even the best ones, to get that kind of thing, right? Stone. Tispin, who do we blame for the Leafs' horrible culture? Do we think Babs ruined this from the start? The Leafs never got a real dog. Oh, the Leafs had dogs. They had one. His name was Nazem Kadri. And they had another potential one in Michael Bunting. But the Leafs pulled what the Flames did with Matthew Tkachuk, which is they had one guy mixing it up. None of them joined. And, wow, Nate just goes down. And he is holding his knee. And Thomas Hertl caught him. And Nate just is down, and he is in pain. Oh, that didn't look good. I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but that did not look good at all. He's able to move it. I think that was an accident, but holy shit. I don't know that was a penalty though. Zach Hyman was a dog too. That's right. So what happens here? So it's Natchez with the puck, and then Hertl catches him with a hip, but I don't know that he didn't stick his leg out to try to get him. Like, he does try to hit him. Ooh, that looks maybe like a Charlie horse to the top, maybe not the knee itself. Ooh. Yeah, I mean it's an interference call. But it's not like, yeah, Natchez, man, that sucks. And his game is speed. You better hope they can get him back. Do you think they call that? I mean, it is a hip check. I don't know if that's a penalty. Oh, it's a pick. Yeah, it could be an interference call. Landeskog's going to argue this. I don't think the refs are going to call anything. Because he did have the puck carrying it through. Did he? I'd have to look at the referee. Yeah, slow-mo makes it harder to know. I don't know. I don't have a problem with the hit. Yeah, Landeskog, they're not calling anything. So just a hit. It's hard to know, right? Like, you're just on the fly trying to like make the perfect call. You know, the refs have a hard job, but I don't get paid what the refs get paid. So yeah, he doesn't have, he touches the puck, but that's interference. He doesn't have control of that puck. That's definitely interference, but like, they're not going to call it, but that is interference. No question. No question in my mind. You have to have the puck unless the guy's finishing their check. And Hertl lines them up after Natchez has the puck off his stick. So yeah, but anyway, whatever. sometimes something says the refs get paid. Oh, baby. Google what the refs get paid. It's pretty good. I think it's 250 to 300 grand, something like that. American? Woo! Spicy. It's good money. But you know what? They are in the top league in the world, so maybe they're a little underpaid. Hayden says, oh, big hit by Kibi Ranta on Coughlin. I thought it was worse than it was, to be honest with you. That's why I got all excited. 7:21 left to go in the second. I am not seeing a whole lot of life from these Colorado Avalanche. Makar, hero balling it through. Down low to Lehkonen. Coughlin cuts him off. Wah on Barbashev. McKinnon now. Marner takes the puck from McKinnon. McKinnon takes the puck from Marner. McKinnon trying with all his might to get something going here. It's amazing that he's skating the way that he is after the puck he took last game. I don't know how many of you guys were here, but holy, did McKinnon get it. Off the side of the knee. It was brutal. Brett Kulak. Puck up ice to Lehkonen. Lehkonen leaves it for McKinnon. McKinnon gets tripped up. No call on that either. And McKinnon's calling for it, and they are not going to call it. Oh, wait. What's happening at center here? Something's happening at center, but the camera wasn't on it. So Nate's been yelling at the refs, and now Landeskog's going to the box for what? I definitely didn't see that. But why would Landeskog get a penalty for that? If he was stopping Nate from yapping? Oh, so he was yapping instead of Nate, you think? Ah. Wait, what? Oh, it's the cross-check to the head. Yeah, that's a penalty every time. That's stupid. And on Colton Sissons, too? What's Landeskog doing? Look, he immediately calls it. Yeah. Yeah. That's a stupid penalty by Landeskog. You can't do that shit, man. Not right now. Not right now. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right. Giggling Cat said, if Chat buys Steve a jersey, I'm getting him a Panthers Marchand or Bennett. I think that would be the next giveaway, but still funny. That would be funny. I think Bennett more than Marchand because, to be honest with you, up here in Toronto, we kind of love Brad Marchand. Like, I love to hate him, but damn it, we respect him. Denise Campbell, when do we Aussie Food Box tasting VIP coming? I don't know. We'll have to do it soon, but right now is not the best time just because everything's going on. But we will do it. Maybe in a summer episode. Sedin Magic 15, not going to call that, but they've called hooking to it tonight twice. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Refs have got to make their decisions. Non-vital component. It's important to remember that not all of us gross Yanks hate our northern neighbors. I think, like everything, it's worse online than in real life. Yeah, I agree with that completely. Completely agree with that. Marner out front, shot. Oh my God, what a save by Blackwood. Dorofeyev, the goal scorer, on the doorstep, and a great pass from Marner, turned aside by Blackwood. That's Mark Stone then almost had an opportunity there to redirect a puck. It goes wide. Don't worry, my American friends. We're not taking it personally. It's just the online people. And you know what? Most of them are bots anyway. None of that shit's real. Stone out front to Hurdle. Oh, great play by Stone. Stone's been amazing tonight. This guy was injured? This guy was going to miss the series? Who is this guy? Oh, here we go. Eichel. Shot. Good save by Blackwood. Breakaway. Oh, not breakaway. Rebound. Shot. Marner. Rebound. Drives the net. Marner. Oh, and he's not able to get that puck in. 19 seconds to go. This has been a very dangerous Vegas power play. Dorofeyev robbed on the doorstep by Blackwood. What a save. Mackenzie Blackwood keeps the Colorado Avalanche in this game on one of the most unbelievable saves in a bad game for the Avs. But holy smokes, he's looking good. He made two incredible saves, one blocker and one glove. Opposite sides of the net on the same player, number 16, Skorofeyev. Unbelievable. Wow. I guess Blackwood wants to win the game. Maybe the guy I was talking to earlier said, he said the Blackwood should have been in game 3. He's kind of showing that he should have been. Damn, what a save. Anime Cowboy, point blank, I don't like deciding what to call. Fair. Man, maybe the Avs can get something going here for their goaltender. Because shot by Hannafin, and that is redirected high. And this penalty is going to be over. Landeskog back on the ice. He gets a bad pass, and that is going to be an icing. Jesus. You got to hit him, man. Hit center ice. Hit center ice. McKinnon's right, man. I know everybody gave him shit after game 1 about the execution, but it is just frankly not there for the Avs. And you have to give Vegas a ton of credit for that because they're interrupting the Avs flow. But the Avs are a President's Trophy winning team. You must figure this out. Tyson Barnett, will SCP ever do a deep dive as to why North American players dismiss international tournaments as a lesser or not worth time? How to get North American players in programs to treat that as a Stanley Cup playoffs? Yeah, so international tournaments are interesting. Hockey's an extremely physical game, too. And if you look at the Olympics and you look at the world, or you look at foreign nations, they do treat international competition seriously. It isn't the players that are the problem. The World Championship's different because it's after a season. Guys are injured. They don't go. Like Matthew Tkachuk being there is great because he missed a lot of the season with that injury and he wants to play more hockey, and that's cool. But the NHL doesn't take it seriously, right? So a lot of these guys are locked into contracts where they can't go. They're going to be a free agent. They're worried about next year if you get injured, whatever. If you get injured in a non-NHL event, it makes things more complicated, right? So the NHL is the one that needs to take it more seriously. But as we saw with the Olympics this year, it's pretty spectacular when they do. The owners actually hate it. They only want them. And remember how the owners look at these guys. They're just little money bags on skates, right? So they want to make sure their money bags are producing and not producing for their home countries. Damn. Not producer Drew dropping another 10 SDPN memberships. We got Dorofeyev. Oh, and that shot was just intercepted again. Dorofeyev is threatening here. Every time he does this, he misses 4 or 5 shots in a row and then shoots the most beautiful goal you've ever seen in your life. Audrey, down low. Brock Nelson's been on the ice for 3 minutes and 10 seconds? What? Wow. Natchez, who's back on the ice after that hurdle hit, sent him to the dressing room. Looks like he's okay. Natchez, made a bad pass to Makar, and Makar's got to come back out. Malinsky shoots it deep. Sedin Magic 15 says, okay, Blackwood has done his job tonight. Time for the rest of the Avs to step up. Maybe here, shot. Oh, and that goes wide. And it hits the glass and goes out, but a good shot by Malinsky. Doug Leafin, Hayden, we need pepperonis emoji. Thanks for that. No, we do not. No, we don't. What was the stat? That they had what? So Montreal had 15 icings and 12 shots last night from Sportsnet stats. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, that's cool. Man, Carolina, Vegas is going to be fascinating if it happens. I mean, Montreal's not out of this series. You have game 2, Montreal, had they generated a shot in overtime, could have easily gone their way. I was privy to a Leafs game. 2021. Leafs could have ended the series. They were up 3-1. Overtime. They come out, they get 12 shots. And then for whatever reason, Travis Dermott's like, hey, Montreal hasn't had a shot yet. How about I spinorama backhand pass? No, it wasn't Travis Dermott. Well, he did that in a different game, but Alex Galchenyuk in this one was like, how about I spinorama backhand pass and give it right to Montreal, and they immediately score. Just torture, man. Torture. Oh. Hey, we got a giveaway. Might be our last giveaway of the season, at least for me. I hope this isn't my last stream, but the Colorado Avalanche are not making it easy. But we want you to win this sweater. If you're in Canada or you got a Canadian address, but it's outside of Quebec because Quebec can't win in Quebec, you can have this. Just sign up. Link is in the description. Get yourself this sweater. How nice is this? And look, it's got a little hood on it too in case it rains. Yeah, it's actually a really nice beige color. Like the beige and the blue, they're working for me. It's very 70s kind of feel. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, long story short, sign up right now. We're giving away that at the beginning of the third period, right when puck drop happens. Something is clearly wrong. Just relax with the Marner crap. Vegas is unreal, and all the headlines are Marner and Toronto. Give it up and just cheer for the team for FFS getting old. Hey, man, we weren't the one. Was it ESPN that had the article today? Something is clearly wrong. You're clearly wrong on this take. We are not bringing it up. Other than to say the guy's been great. You haven't been listening to our shows, clearly. Whoop-de-W said every Vegas chance is driving from the middle and cycling to the side. The north-south ends losing possession. The Avs clawback series. If the Avs clawback series win, they're too beat up to make it either against Carolina or Montreal. But I don't know if the Avs are looking. The Avs are looking. The Avs are looking dead, man. They're dead. Rusty Mitchell says that was Dermott. Galch was game 5, like a minute in. Oh, right. Okay, thank you for reminding me. Drew thinks apparently that if the Avs don't win the cup, Bednar should be gone. I don't know. He's a good coach, but maybe you do need a new set of eyes. I don't know. Manson. Burns. Ooh. Oh, the brooms are starting to come out in the chat a little too. Uh-oh. And Vegas has pulled ahead in the shot counter, and they just gave it away at the neutral zone. McNabb with the lineup shot. Ooh, that went way wide. Shot! Ooh, that was redirected by Dorofeev. He's been threatening all game long. All game long. Oh, there's Eichel. Lehkonen is just able to get the puck off him, but he's got both arms around him. That's a hold. Be careful. 45 seconds to go in the second. Something is clearly wrong. Says, sorry, not you, talking about the chat. Okay. I was like, wait a second. I have been cheering. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I have been saying he's been great. Denise Campbell, we actually need bagpipes emoji for when the puck hits the posts and crossbars. Bagpipes? There should be a post emoji, like a ping emoji or something like that. You're right. We need to do something there. I just don't know what it is. I don't know about bagpipes, though. The pipes thing I get. Is it like a plumber thing? I don't know. Sports Talk Chud says, Habs deserve the title of frauds. They've been coasting on PDO for like 2 rounds. Listen, man, sometimes all you need is a hot goaltender. Ask the 2019 St. Louis Blues. They have a cup. You got to be good to be lucky. That's right, Hayden. And sometimes it's just goalie. Nick McKinnon up front. Oh, Tays had a chance. Shot by Makar, and it's blocked by Eichel. This is what Vegas does, man. Even when you're close, you're not close. Wow. Obsidian says, as a Flames fan, I need that first-round pick. Go Vegas. What's the first? Oh, the Anderson one. Does that become a first-round pick if they make the finals? And Natchez and Anderson are jawing at each other. Doug Lee fan, Avs need a coach. Torts only signed this year. Avs? Imagine Torts goes to Colorado. I don't know if that would work. Who does Colorado get? Maybe they are the ones that get that David Carl guy out of University of Denver, right? Because he'd live there. He'd be able to keep his family there. Yeah, that's dangerous for the Leafs. If they do fire Bednar, I would imagine they lose out on David Carl. But that apparently that guy is the Leafs' favorite. But I don't know if David Carl is the guy that – I don't know if David Carl necessarily wants to leave because he's got the whole young family thing. Strawberry says, I think Marner's stuff on the surface is no different than Eichel leaving Buffalo. The difference is Buffalo was bad before and continued until this year, but Toronto dropped. This is peak Vegas. You know what? Vegas did the same thing to Toronto that they did to St. Louis. Pietrangelo. St. Louis thought they could move on without him. And, they made the playoffs, but it was never the same. Toronto needed to change up the mix. There's no question. Marner underperformed in the playoffs. So did Matthews, though. I think it's just Marner's stats were the most egregious, I think, in the games 5, 6, and 7. But anyway, long story short, it is not on those guys to make trades. And Steve was yelling it after 2021, man. You go back and you listen to this. He's like, this mix doesn't work. And we keep coming back and it doesn't work. And there were shows we would get into in October, guys. Let me just break the fourth wall for a second. We talked before the show and be like, okay, here's what we got to talk about today. And whenever it came to the Leafs, it was like, okay, but whatever we talk about now, none of it matters until April. And it would be October. And we'd be going, yeah, we know what's going to happen. They're going to finish second or third in the division. They're going to play Boston or Tampa, and then eventually Florida. And we know what's going to happen. Every year it was like that. And the Leafs were like, you know what? Let's do nothing about it. And then, you know what happened when they did nothing about it? Somebody made the choice for them. Mitch Marner. Denise, bagpipes for pipe music. Yeah, I don't mind that. Yeah, we can look into that. Austin Walker, this is for producer Drew. This super chat. Put it towards the Golden Knights Chance mascot plushie so you can tear it apart like McKinnon did to his Olympic plushie. Chloe says, honestly hope the Habs go on an NHL record-breaking season next year so people can shut the F up and realize this team ain't going anywhere for years. They just gave everyone a taste of what's to come. I agree, Chloe. I think Montreal is going to be a force. I think Buffalo is going to be a force. And here's the problem with the Atlantic Division. Everybody in the Atlantic Division needs to make the playoffs next year. Buffalo needs to. Montreal needs to. Tampa needs to. Florida, who missed, need to. Boston needs to, but they're kind of mid. The Leafs need to, also kind of mid. Detroit, consistently mid in March, and they need to make the playoffs too. Three or four of those teams are going to be really disappointed. It's going to be a dogfight from game 1 in October. It is in the Atlantic. All right, what's the clip, Hayden? Oh, so this is interesting. The NBA commissioner recently threatened teams for tanking. I want to know what you think of this. We're gonna play the clip, and I'll see you back at the beginning of the third period. Don't forget, sign up for this. Do it now, because once I'm back, the draw is over. Love you all. See you at the beginning of the third.
I got a question for you. I want to move to the NBA a little bit because we're just a real, and then we will have other hockey stuff. But I want to know what you think about this.
Sure.
Adam Silver said over the weekend, he issued a, quote, strong threat to NBA teams that consider tanking, saying the league has the power to do more than just issue fines. He said, we can actually take away draft lottery balls and we could change the order of the draft. Now, I have to ask, in a cap scenario, which the NBA does not have a hard cap, you can, how are teams supposed to get, if you're not a free agent destination, how are teams supposed to get these best players?
Making a trade with the Clippers.
Okay, other than that. Well,
now I don't know.
You got to draft these guys.
Yes.
And I got a question about this, honestly. If you're selling wins or you're selling hopes, which is pro sports, why do teams have an issue with tanking? Because eventually that team is going to be good if they play it right, unless they're the Sabres for 14 years.
I bet they're really upset OKC tanked.
I think because it makes the games unwatchable. Like towards the end of the NBA season, the games were unwatchable because some of the teams were just so bad, and you don't want the product to be that bad.
And I while I understand that and I agree with that, the other side of it is it's a cap league. Mm-hmm. And the NHL is the same. It's a cap league. In fact, the NHL's cap is far more restrictive. So at a certain point, it makes monetary sense for this to happen. I think in a cap world, you have to accept that some teams are just going to tank. They're just going to be bad, and that's what it is. And they have to, like, are you going to fine a team for selling their own assets?
Here's what I don't understand about Adam Silver. Is this the top priority we need to be talking about right now in the NBA?
No, but it's an easy win for him.
Why? Like who
Because
asked?
because the thing we should be talking about is the Clippers still with the Kawhi stuff.
Anything ever happen in government where you're like, who asked for this? Who voted for this? What? Like that's kind of happening right now. Who asked for this? Is what I'm wondering. Like I don't know if it's
It must
right
be the
holders or-
owners feel that way. Some of the owners must feel that way.
not the
'Cause
tanking ones.
not the tanking ones, but they're in the minority.
Oh, so the other ones are weh.
The ratings are down. They've got rights deals coming up.
They're
They've
not
gotta
down
compete
because
with
of tanking.
They're down because the product sucks because of the tanking. They'll argue.
They're down because the league MVP, oh boy, I'm about to lose my passport for this, is one of the most disgraceful floppers I've ever laid eyes on.
Wow. You're going at SGA like that?
Adam, it's humiliating. The
Worse than Embiid? Not worse than Embiid. Jesse, do you agree?
Embiid has done it for longer and is also far larger. But SGA is flopping on every you think I'm exaggerating on him? It's every shot. It's every fucking
But he's a
shot.
champion.
Yeah, but he's a champion. Oh, right now might be the greatest time to be a cheater in the history of sports. Look who's at the head of everything. Oklahoma City Thunder, the Dodgers, and Vegas is about to win this thing after Florida. It's a great time to be a cheater. The flopping is what I'm interested in, but also the Clipper Kawhi stuff that they've done nothing about. Fuck off. Stop with this fake tough guy shit.
Jesse,
You're not going to do shit.
what do you think about SGA? Is he a generational flopper, like Steve is saying?
I don't have a hard take on that.
You know, I've heard take it. Do you think that teams, because whatever the NBA does, the NHL does like 5 years later. Do you think that that's good for the health of the league? Because part of what's been a feature of this season in the NHL is the turnover. The tanking teams, you know, San Jose had a better season. Anaheim had a great season. You have teams, Montreal, Buffalo coming in the East, right? You have Philadelphia, even, for God's sakes, right? You have teams that were sort of in the either mushy middle or they were in the bottoming out stage. And now they've come on and they're going to be like, I look at this Colorado Vegas series and I go, yeah, you too, but not for much longer. There's going to be other teams that supplant those teams in the next couple of years. That their run at the top is coming to an end.
That's what a salary cap is for.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though.
Yeah.
So how do you say, well, this team is tanking, but this team's doing it ethically? Like the Leafs were ethical tankers. Berube tried the whole damn time. They just sucked.
With GMs, I'm often like, what do you do all day? And Adam Silver, I'm like, you can relax, actually. Like,
Do less?
I see what you're doing all day and knock it off. You're solving a problem no one asked you to fix. Who cares?
Okay.
To me, it's not. I'm not less interested in the NBA than I was a few years ago because of tanking.
Right.
The product's not as good as it was, unless Victor Wembanyama's on my TV, and then I'm not turning it off ever for a moment. Don't talk to me during commercial breaks when he's on my TV.
Okay. All right.
I think at its height, the NBA product is still incredible.
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Like on, what was it, Monday and Tuesday, those two games, the 2-game ones, like, so that was some of the best basketball I've ever watched. The Spurs OKC game 1 and the Knicks 30-point comeback or 23-point comeback or whatever it was. But the reason that I think they're so upset with the tanking situation is that's the product, right? Because there was a day in April, early April, where they had a Friday night, and 5 of the 9 games that Friday were decided by 30 points or more.
That's bad.
Their product became unwatchable, and there was it was like the second time in this era of like 25 years that there was a night where the average margin of victory on a night where there was like 10 or more teams playing, or nine more games being played, that the margin of victory was 22 points or more. And this was the second time it happened, and the previous time it happened was 3 nights before.
Oh my God.
Wow. Okay. So that's
all right.
So
So
it's much
they-
more of a problem in the NBA than it would be in the NHL then.
Totally. And I think the idea, like the initial starting point of the conversation about like, okay, the only way to get generational talent is through the draft. That's just factual.
Yep.
You know, you can't trade for Victor Wembanyama at any point until he's already in the league and he's already established. To get him young, to get him into the league, you need to get him through the draft. But I think they're trying to convince these teams that you have to try and be better through other ways than the draft because we're not going to guarantee that you can do it anymore. So they're trying to kind of reinvent the way you collect your assets to be a good team.
The way to do that has already been figured out, by the way. It's the team with the most points after they've been eliminated from the playoffs gets the first overall.
So the PWHL way.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that's what should
that's how
happen.
they do it
So
there.
you get eliminated from the playoffs. If you're the first one eliminated, that means you get the best chance at it, but you're probably the shittiest team.
Buy it. If you're in last place, buy at the deadline.
Absolutely. Wouldn't that make things interesting?
It'd be kind of fun.
It's so much better than what the NHL and NBA have right now.
Yeah, it's called the gold plan.
Yeah.
Just want to figure out the actual name.
I love that.
I will say, last place basketball is harder to watch than last place hockey.
Yes. And I think that's a real issue.
That's a huge issue. Like last place hockey, I don't know, you might win.
You can turn on a game and see the 24 Sharks beat a team.
Yeah.
Now and again.
And,
And their name was the Toronto Maple Leafs in Toronto.
yeah, maybe there's a big save.
Yeah.
Because you're getting outshot to oblivion. Maybe there's a big hit. Maybe there's a fight. Watching your team lose by 30 is
Yep.
exhausting.
Yeah, and the 3-point, like the 3-point revolution has changed that a lot.
Yeah.
The teams are just jacking up threes all day, and if they're going in against a really bad team, the scores get to these egregious points, and they never had that before in basketball.
Got it.
You know?
No. Okay.
So I don't know. It's a very complicated conversation. I think he is doing too much.
Yeah.
Like
Say less.
you need to, sit on your hands for a little bit here.
The other thing is the tanking problem in basketball. So, like, I will concede this because I'm like, oh, this isn't a problem. Now I'm thinking about it more. I'm like, it's not like in hockey where you trade guys. Like, there is some of that. It's like, I'm going to take our star player out of the game for no good reason. Or, like, this guy's just not going to play tonight.
Yeah.
And it's not even like, oh, he's injured or whatever. It's, I'm going to inexplicably, in a tight game, take our star player out and only play him like 35 minutes.
Yeah, like the Wizards, they traded for Trae Young and never played him because he's injured. You know, like they don't want to win games.
Yeah, it's not load
Didn't the
management
Raptors do that
Kawhi.
with BI too? Brandon Ingram, he got traded here and didn't play until the next season. Although I guess he was actually injured.
No, he just never even played a game.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm talking about a conceivably healthy player and they're like, come off, have a seat.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Bad basketball is harder to watch than bad hockey.
I will get to some Leaf stuff in a second, but worth mentioning at the World Championships, the Latvians beat the Americans 4-2.
Wow.
Sandis Vilmanis gets 2 empty netters because they were it was real close at the end. Latvia had a 2-1 lead from Denis Smirnovs. Everybody's name ends with an S in Latvia.
Yes.
Kachuk set up Matthew Olivier to cut the lead to 1 again. So then Sandis Vilmanis had to score again. So it was a 4-2 final. That's pretty big for the defending Olympic champions. Just throwing that out there. Come on.
Well, I don't know why
but
I think part of the North American perception of the World Hockey Championships is the way it's treated by its programs. Canadian players treat the World Championships as kind of take it or leave it, but like
not Sidney Crosby.
Well, they still sent like a team where you're like, oh, okay, yeah, there's quite a few guys. Like I would expect them to win. Have you seen the American roster?
No, I actually haven't. I haven't looked into it. Maybe I should.
Why'd they go?
Not a lot of guys wanted to go.
Like, no, like if you're not going to take it seriously, don't go. Bring up the roster. Adam, Alex Steeves is on the roster.
Good for him.
So they're currently leading the Hungary team 6-3. It's in the third period.
How the fuck did you allow 3 Do you know the Hungarian men's team? I don't think you understand what we're talking about.
Sorry, you've never heard of Ben Stibbits?
As we're recording, it's 6-3 in the third period. So they're going to pick up another victory here. But yeah, to go through the team, Joseph Woll's in net, Ryan Lindgren, Justin Falk, Oliver Moore, Matt Coronado, Matthew Kachuk are line 1. So those are the forwards. And they do it funny. They list the full lines, like the 5 guys out there. So that's their first line.
The one thing about double IHF everything is they let you friggin' know you're reading double IHF.
Yeah.
Line
They're just
2
exhausting about everything.
is Isaac Howard, James Hagens, Alex Steeves, Will Borgen, Mason Lowry.
So, okay, Alex Steves, this is the American hockey team. And I know it's the World Championship. This is the American hockey team. Steves was not an everyday Bruin. Hagen's just got called up from junior, and Isaac Howard spent most of the season in the minors. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Line 3 is Matthew Olivier, Max Sasson, Paul Cotter, Connor Clifton, and Wyatt Kaiser.
All guys. Olivier's a stud.
There's certainly people.
And then the fourth line.
Hey, Ryan Leonard.
Ryan Leonard.
Leonard's
Tommy Novak.
one of their best
Tommy
players.
Novak, Max Plant, and Ryan Ufko. Am I saying that correctly?
That's
It looks
I
right.
don't know who that is.
I don't know who he plays for.
And Max Plant is I believe the brother of Zam Plant, who Drew and I ran into at the airport on his way to get drafted.
There you go.
He's a Pred.
And Sam Lafferty's there too, former Leaf.
Oh, yeah. And then Sam Lafferty is the extra forward. Don Granato, the head coach.
Sam Lafferty's on the American hockey team.
I know.
Like, this is what I'm saying.
Ryan Ufko, I don't know, I'm definitely not saying that
why-
right. Played 18 games for the Preds this season, had 2 goals.
You can
How
see
many
why-
American Olympians are on this team? One?
Kachuk.
What are
Yeah,
we doing?
that's it.
Yeah.
Like, I know you don't have anything to prove. I mean, you're the Olympic champions, but man, you just don't give a shit, eh? Like,
Yeah, but is that bad? Like,
I think you should care.
This could be my last period of the playoffs, guys. This could be it. This would be the shortest Western Conference final I've ever done. We've done a lot of extra streams this year. Weeknight streams, Olympic streams, and this could be it. And I'm a little bummed about that, to be honest. I was hoping, I wasn't expecting, but I was hoping Colorado would show a little more on the offensive side of the puck. And it hasn't been there. I don't know if we're going to get it. The Knights have they've just smothered them. But it's only one goal. It's one. Hayden says poll in the chat. What's the poll? I can't see it. I can't see your poll. Does Colorado tie it up? 61% of you right now say no. Wow. Well, it does only take one shot, says Tispin. I don't know how to say your name properly, but Tispin, you're right. It only takes one shot. The problem is Colorado aren't getting a whole lot of them. 14 shots through the first 2 periods. They were at one point ahead of Vegas, and then Vegas kind of pulled ahead of them and haven't really looked back midway through the second period. And I'm just going to tweet this out. Third period. Is it the last of this last season? Boom. Tweeted. Now people can join. Now I would ask you guys to like the stream if you haven't already. It's been fun having you all here. And this is what's this is such a bummer is that everybody's here and we're all having a good time. What do you mean the good times have to end? Rough. Colton. And that is not offside. They're lucky there. Lehkonen looked like he might have been. Taze and Makar at 18 minutes each tonight? Wow. Well, they kind of need to be because every time Brent Burns takes the ice, like it looks bad. Like, here's the thing. I don't even know who's playing defense for Colorado other than those two guys. Jack Hey, Jack, is it Jack Akan? How do you say his last name? I can never say it right. I always forget. He's not playing. So you got Kulak, Malinsky, Manson, Burns. So here's the deal. If I was Bednar, I'd be ruthless right now. I would put Taze and Makar on as much as I could, Kulak and Malinsky alternating, and then I would alternate Josh Manson in for Kulak and Malinsky from time to time, just to give one of them a break. I would not play Brent Burns in the third period. He's just not been good. And you can't worry about this. Henderson Galebraith, who are we? We are Swiffer Nation. Oh, and Tispin, I missed your super chat before the end of the second period. You said Doug Armstrong wouldn't give Pietrangelo that one extra year. Insane. It's insane. Listen, the downfall of the St. Louis Blues was completely because of the St. Louis Blues, which is why I'm happy the Leafs didn't go the Doug Armstrong direction. Because Doug Armstrong dismantled a team that he didn't need to dismantle. He did. Madison says, if this is it, thank you for the entertainment while I underwent and finished chemo. Love the streams. Well, Madison, I'm sorry that you had to go through chemo. I'm glad that you joined us for it. And I hope that you are healthy and cancer-free, if not now, then soon. The entire chat, all of Gripper, soon to be Swiffer Nation, wishes you the very, very best. But it's not over yet. We got 17:37 at least to go. Maybe tonight's our overtime game, Hayden. We always get one deep, late overtime game in the playoffs. Both our overtime games, these playoffs have just been like 5 minutes. Maybe this is because Steve's gotten some banger overtimes. Jesse got a double overtime in the first round. I've got 5 minutes. It's over. Oh, there's just a shot score. It's over. It's been very, very disappointing. We're not done yet, Gripper Nation. And you know what? We will be doing some World Cup streams, so I'll be on for that. But this would be this season of hockey. Makar open. What a move! Makar with a shot. Oh, kick save by Carter Hart. Makar tried to go 5-hole, and he's exhausted. What a great move. Makar is still out there. And that puck is cleared away. Anime Cowboy, to be honest, I can't tell if Vegas is playing better or if the Avs' effort is low. I think the effort's there for the Avs. I think they're frustrated. Puck out at center. It's Kulak. Or that's not Kulak, that's Taze. That's 7, not 27. Oh, Carlson intercepts. Tried to find Marner. That puck was at least blocked by Ross Colton. Nathaniel said Steve's had 3 overtimes in 4 games. Yeah, I know. Hayden and I, we've had it's been a bizarre postseason for us. This is the fourth series I've done. I did 1 in the first round, 2 in the second. And honestly, they all went a bit faster than I can remember the playoffs going. Maybe the playoffs are, 6 weeks to 8 weeks long. 6 weeks for me because I don't do the Stanley Cup final. And yeah, man, it's been real fast. I feel like in years past, Hayden, we got into June at one point, didn't we, last year? Maybe June? Yeah, it'd be like June 1 or something. Yeah, but it's not. It's early. It's only May 26th, man. Nelson. Oh, look, puck is given up. Shot by William Karlsson had the right idea. Blackwood was on his knees. Karlsson went high, and Blackwood was able to jump up and make the save. But Karlsson's got room. Shot. Good save by Blackwood. Another save by Blackwood off the stick of William Karlsson. Blackwood's been unbelievable tonight. Maybe he should have played in Game 3. Avs trying to make long lead passes here. Vegas are intercepting all of them. By the way, it really helps the stream if you guys can hit like. If you're a first-timer here, which I'm sure some of you are, welcome. And by the way, we do this all the time. So make sure that you come in and tune in. We've got World Cup on the way. We've got Stanley Cup Finals on the way. We got Steve tomorrow night with Game 4 of the Canes-Habs series. There could be people watching right now that have never seen an SDPN stream. Welcome to all of you. And a good save from the blue line off of Hannafin. Blackwood saw that through traffic. I think Kulak is getting into it with a couple of the Vegas players there. Sci-Fi Extremist says, usually catch your streams after the game, but I wanted to say I have enjoyed your play-by-play commentary. Are you doing Stanley Cup streams? Well, thank you for tuning in. Steve is going to be doing the Stanley Cup. Not producer Drew dropping 50 SDPN memberships. Let's go. Yeah, Steve does the Stanley Cup final ones. And so, yeah, but I will be back. Obviously, we're doing some soccer stuff. I don't really know soccer. Like, I know it as a fan, but I don't know it as like I'm paying attention to this all the time. So I'm going to be learning a bunch of names and, but I'm excited for the World Cup. It's going to be awesome. We're going to cover, I shouldn't say World Cup. I'm excited for the big tournament happening in North America that happens to involve soccer. We will. I know we're demonetized. We're in big trouble. But yes, we will be doing that. Not producer Drew. That's 50 SDPN memberships, dude. Thank you. Shout out to you, buddy. And by the way, if you're brand new, that means you get the Steve Dangle podcast, an extra episode every single week, and it drops Friday mornings. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Johnny, what do the Avs do to fix this? I think they should get a different coach. Not everyone is John Cooper. I think Bednar's time is coming to an end. Yeah, I think Bednar's probably. Well, what about Bruce Cassidy? Because apparently Vegas will let him talk to people if he agrees to terminate his contract, which is ice effing cold. But if I were the Avs, I would put up the smoke signal of whatever they're paying you, we'll pay you more. Luke Vella says, Luke, if you're new, welcome to Adam's Areola Army. That was one time, man. One time. How dare you? Vegas now outshooting Colorado 25-15. I think the Avs have had one shot this period. Somebody said in the chat earlier, this is clinical. This is clinical. And by the way, you're right. David Carl is just right there. So, yeah, we will be doing soccer tournament live streams coming up here in June. Jesse will be doing Blue Jays streams. Steve will be continuing the Habs Carolina series. And we'll be doing the Stanley Cup final. Kulak. Oh, no, for the point. Vegas had some room there. They are all over the Avalanche. This is over. Unless the Avs somehow get something going here. Colton immediately gives the puck to Dowd. What a pickup Dowd was at the trade deadline, man. Baderski, we traded Florida in the finals and we got Vegas back. I know. It's crazy. Davey says Nate is doing what he's did for years in Carolina, disappearing in a conference final. Yeah, he's got like one assist. He's been straight up. Game 1 and game 2, he was awful. Awful. That's why they pulled him off McKinnon's line. Hit him high says, this is my first NHL playoffs. It's unreal. Well, welcome. Enjoy. If it's actually your first NHL playoffs, it's the best. This is the best part of the year in the sports calendar. Oh, big hit. Kadri just laid out Hurdle. Wow. Hurdle's fine, though. He's just flopping on the puck there. And they're looking for the whistle. Oh, they got the whistle. Oh, now Hurdle's down again. And I think Kadri's going to the box for that one. Probably. Maybe. Nathaniel says, if Sunderland can finish 7th and qualify for the Europa League, their first year after being promoted, Canada can win the Ball Trophy. Yeah! I don't know what that means. Johnny says, you misunderstood the end. I was saying Cooper's time is coming to an end. He can't get out of the first round. Oh! Wow, what a hit by Kadri, by the way. I'll come back to you, Johnny. And then Kadri hit Hurdle in the face, and Hurdle flopped. Okay, Hurdle flopped there. He flopped. Johnny, I think John Cooper is the best coach in the NHL. And I think, let's just call Game 7 what it was. Tampa got goalied. They outplayed Montreal to death. They got goalied. It happens. It's a one game and you're done thing. I know they haven't been out of the first round since they went to the final, and that was a long time ago. But you cannot fire John Cooper. He's too good. You'll never find a coach like that again. Never. Never. Just my opinion. Not producer Drew. If when Vegas wins, you need to show Adam my profile picture like you did on Steve's streams last night. Oh, don't worry, not producer Drew. Producer Drew, the real guy, sent it to me last night, and it was hilarious. I love your profile picture. Sedin Magic 15. I've never seen the Avs look so inefficient. Vegas smothering them with all the pillows. True. Now, Johnny, I know you're a Lightning fan and you're talking about John Cooper here. Here's what I would say. If the Lightning go to the first round next year and they don't win, then I think you got me on that one. But this is a guy that took them to 3 straight finals, won 2 cups. It won the silver medal this year. Like, he is the best. Everybody will tell you he's the best coach in the NHL. That's not the guy I think you need some health. I think Tampa needs to get a little bit younger. There's as much as like some of the guys like Hagel and stuff are young, there's some hard miles on those bodies. And Hedman's got to be like, you didn't have Hedman for the whole first round. If you have Hedman, that series is done. Montreal doesn't win. If Hedman's playing at 85%, Montreal doesn't win that series. Sorry. Hayden says it's weird because Cooper would also be a coach who wanted a rebuild. Yeah, because he builds systems and he's able to find guys and plug them into his system. Like, Cooper's the closest thing to what, not personality wise, but what Bill Belichick had going with the Patriots, like the hockey version of it, where you just find, here's Jeff McJeff, and he's going to play his first game for the Lightning. Oh, look at that. Jeff McJeff is the best third liner in the league all of a sudden. He just has that way of fitting guys into a system and making it work. Johnny, then they need to fix Vasilevsky. He's been outplayed, and I'm a Bruins fan. Oh, you're a Bruins fan. Vasilevsky has had some injuries. I think also you can't go into next season with Jonas Johansson as your backup goalie. Vasilevsky's not a 60-game player anymore. They could fix their backup goaltending for sure. Rusty Mitchell, no team to lose a playoff series to the Leafs in the last 20 years has won a series since. It's just the Sens and Lightning, but still cursed. That's a great stat. I like that. Tispin, Kucherov is a bigger concern than Cooper. It's T-spin. Oh, okay. Yeah, why would I not have picked up on that? Kucherov, bigger concern than Cooper? Well, Kucherov in Game 7s is a 0 points, man. In his career, 0 points in a Game 7. Nikita Kucherov. You can't believe it's real. X Mega says, Adam only reads paid messages. Lame. That is so unbelievably not true. I just read yours. And I've been reading not paid messages all game. Nice try. I'm watching you. What is it? Shindrance Concepts? I'm personally down for Cassidy Revenge Tour if he joins the Avs next season. Yeah, it'd be great. Burns with a shot. And that is blocked again. Barbashev has blocked a couple of ones tonight that look painful, and he's sort of limping away. There's another guy that Doug Armstrong traded for next to nothing to another team that should never have got him. By the way, you want to look up a trade that never should have happened? Look up the Mark Stone trade. How did Ottawa get only that from Mark Stone? What a crazy. Cal says, do you think Tampa would trade for Stolarz? Maybe. They wouldn't give you much back. Listen, I believe in Anthony Stolarz. I think he's a great goalie. He's never going to give you more than 30 goals or games in a season because he's never done it, or 35 or whatever it is. So maybe he's a perfect backup, but he's also got a contract that pays him. Oh, man. Brent Burns just punched Jack Eichel in the head. And the Vegas fans are booing. Colorado's just mad now. Like, Kadri and Burns now pissed off. Barbashev is jawing at Burns. Are we going to see a fight here? They're pissed. Trying to get anything going, I guess. I think Anthony Stolar's contract is pretty close to untradeable. Look at Burns. He's going after Eichel bad. Something happened there. I'd love to know what went on there. Puck is down deep into the the Vegas Golden Knights zone. Oh, boy. Not a whole lot going on for the Avs in the offensive zone tonight. It's especially in this third period. The Vegas Golden Knights have allowed one shot in the last 10 minutes. One. And in that time, they've collected 5 or 6 of their own. They're just dominating Colorado. I can't believe I'm watching this. Coughlin shot it. It went a little wide. Waugh gets tripped up by Manson, of all people. I don't think he meant to do that. Now that puck is stripped. Mark Stone got it. Shot from the point. Turned aside by Blackwood, who's been excellent tonight. He's been the Avs' best player. I'd like to see Burns and Eichel out against each other. I'd like to know what happened there. Harwent says, hello from Singapore. Hey, I've been a loyal listener since the Ayers incident. I'm a Canes fan. Burnsy is cursed. Feel for him. Yeah, no kidding. You'd think this would have been the year for him, eh? Okay, Natchez. Do something, Marty Natchez challenge. Oh, Landeskog gives it up. Yeah, listen. I don't think Makar's got a goal, but he missed a couple of games. I don't think McKinnon's got a goal. I know Natchez doesn't have a goal. Like, you're not going to... Landeskog doesn't have a goal, I don't think. Maybe he's got the goal. Listen, you're not going to win if those guys don't score. We got to talk about that, man. We got to talk about the fact that, like, this is nutso. Hit 'em High says it's U.S. and Canada's excellent adventure every night. It is. It absolutely is. Not producer Drew. Avs power play is 1 for 10 in the series. Vegas are smothering them, and of course the Avs are pissed and frustrated. Well, yeah. Parker Kelly leaves it for Taze. Taze shot turned aside by Carter Hart. Drury leaves it for Kelly. Kelly down low to Kiviranta. Hanifin pins him against the board. Dowd digging in there. Taze digs it out. Man, they just can't get anything going. At least there's some energy from this fourth line. Sorry, text that to me, please, because that's a crazy stat. Please text that to me. Please text that to me. Hayden just said a crazy stat. Hayden, can you look up the series stats too, please? And I have a giveaway to announce. I have a giveaway. It's the commercial break, which means this might be my final giveaway of the season, and that hurts me. That hurts me. I can't believe the 25-26 season might end tonight for me. And if you're from Prince Albert, where is Prince Albert? That's BC, right? Am I wrong? Prince Albert. I'm pretty sure Jax, my co-host, and TJ, my former co-host, both started their careers in Prince Albert. Were they Prince Rupert? They might have been Prince Rupert. Anyway, if you're from Prince Albert and your name is Paul Belcher. Paul, congratulations, you got the Colorado Avalanche sweater. Congratulations, Paul. Paul, are you... Oh, it's Saskatchewan. Is it? Oh, it's Saskatchewan. Okay. It's also a piercing in the nether regions. That's right. Okay, so it's Saskatchewan. Prince Albert, Saskatchewan. Sorry, I get my princes. So Prince Rupert is BC. Prince Albert, Saskatchewan. Is this Prince Albert, Alberta, or Prince Albert, Saskatchewan? Because there might be two. You don't want to blast it? You can't tell me what province it's in? Oh, I guess you're right, because I said his last name. We must protect. Anyway, congratulations, Colorado jersey. Oh, it's okay. It's Saskatchewan. So congratulations, you're going to Saskatchewan. Enjoy the Mountain Time Zone or Central Time Zone, whatever you want to call it. So Paul, I don't know, are you still in the chat, Paul? Paul, are you here? Anyway, congratulations, Paul. Now, Hayden has sent me a stat that you guys are going to find interesting as we come back to play here. Landeskog, McKinnon, Drury, and Natchez have combined for how many shots tonight? Oh, there's Paul. Paul Ypres. The French battlefield. Paul, French battlefield. Congratulations, you're here. Paul is here. Congratulations to Paul. Landeskog, McKinnon, Drury, and Natchez have combined for 2 total shots tonight. 2! You're not going to win. Natchez and Drury both have 0 shots, by the way. You're not going to win. Oh. Lehkonen just got hit by a Cale Makar shot. Just Jimmy. Steve said in the NHL, nothing matters, then nothing matters. So I want to see McKinnon. Oh, Makar might have got a penalty there. Oh, he's lucky. They're just not calling anything. Steve said in the NHL, nothing matters. Then if nothing matters. So I want to see Manson whip out his machete and start hacking the Knights, because what else are they going to do? Well, it seemed like that's what Burns wanted to do to Eichel. Jai Wang says, Pens fans rejoice, another year of Malkin mania. And to Steve, so sorry, it's going to be Marner versus Montreal in the finals, and Marner will win an MVP. I don't know that it is. Canes in game 2 and 3 have looked phenomenal, man. A Canes Vegas final is going to be either extremely boring or the most interesting thing we've ever seen. Oh, Andrew says, Adam, it's in Belgium. Sorry, you're right. Ypres is in Belgium. I got to hand in my history fan card. Whoop-de-W says, it's crazy that this is still a 1-goal game. I know. Blackwood's been awesome. He's been awesome. What conversations? By the way, the Avs got their second shot of the period just a minute ago. Second shot of the period in a game they're down 1. You are not going to let Vegas beat you 1-0 in the last game of the season, are you? You're not going to do that. Hurdle in on Manson. Why? Oh, the fans are just humming in there. They're just screaming. They know. 5 minutes and 50 seconds, they're going to the Stanley Cup final, guys. And you know what? We're going to stay on the... Oh, they score! They score! It's Cole Smith! The fourth line strikes again for the Vegas Golden Knights. Oh, boy. You knew it was going to happen. They kept pressing. Is it Jover? Oh, man. The Avs have got nothing done on the offensive side of the puck tonight. Blackwood's been phenomenal. But at some point, what a tip, by the way, for Cole Smith, who is wide open. And Coughlin, who's had a couple of amazing plays. Oh, I don't even know if Cole Smith touches this. Oh, just a little bit. And it just goes through Blackwood's legs. Wah loses his man, and that's it. Get the brooms out, kids. Get the brooms out. Wow. Swiffer Nation, brooms up. Brooms up. Wow. You just can't stop the Vegas Golden Knights, man. And you know what we're going to do? And Hayden, I'm sorry we're going to do this, but since it's going to be our last stream tonight, it looks like, we're going to stay up a little later, and we're going to watch the trophy presentation. I want to see if the Vegas Golden Knights touch it. Don't you guys want to see that? You guys are going to hang around, right? Can we hang around? Hayden, are you good with that? He's going to kill me. He's going to kill me. He's going to kill me. Hayden's going to kill me. Oh, Jesse Blake's in the chat dropping the brooms. Uh-oh. A sweep in the third round. You know, this happens more often than you'd think, but I did not think this series was going to be like this. Steve will be back for the Stanley Cup final streams, and one of those teams is going to be Vegas. Steve will have it. So we already know it's going to be Vegas. Colorado looked unstoppable all season long. They looked unstoppable for 2 rounds in the playoffs. They looked completely stoppable every single game this series. There's been one period where they were good. One period. Not producer Drew dropping 10 SDPN memberships. Thank you, not producer Drew. You're a god amongst men. You've been amazing and very generous, and we appreciate you. Shot from the point. Carter Hart with a save. Is Carter Hart going to get a shutout here? 422. You can hear the fans are just rooting. This will be Vegas's 3rd Stanley Cup final in 9 years. You can question their loyalty. You can oh, what a play by Colasar. That's what it was. You can question their loyalty to players. You can question how they treat people. You can question how they flirt with the rules and go, you know what? I don't know if I want to. But the Vegas Golden Knights cannot be questioned on the ice. Did Jesse just write Colorado Avalanche? We got to workshop that, but okay. Hayden just said, that's my boss. Watch Medicine 77 says teams like Vegas and Florida bring their A game in May and June. Colorado and Dallas need to take notes. Regular season chumps. I mean, Hard to disagree with that. Whoop-de-W's just bringing out the brooms. Not producer Drew. Do we need to buy Drew a new TV? I think we might need to buy Drew some better help because he's going to need some therapy, man. Sports Talk Chud. Knights to the finals. Glad to have 2 teams. It helps to have 2 teams. And those teams are gold and black. You're going to be successful a lot of the time. If only the Steelers could follow suit. Desperate for that. And they can hear "We Want the Cup" ringing out in T-Mobile Arena. One of the most electric atmospheres in the entire league. And you know who could blame them? They give them a lot to cheer for. Hey, I know we'd be loud in Toronto if there was something to cheer for. I can tell you that. Jake Costello, does this make abolish the loser point argument stronger or weaker? Curious what everyone's take on it is. You know what, Jake? I don't have the brain power to think about it right now, but I still think there should never be a loser point. Vegas still would have made the playoffs without the loser point. Their division was soft as hell. SLS 98, I'm sorry. I don't care if it makes people mad. Carter Hart shouldn't be playing. Shame he's back in the NHL. Can't root for Vegas. Hey, man, I get it. Totally get that. Rennie says, President's Trophy curse strikes again? Yeah, I think so. By the way, the net is empty. 2:08 left. Colorado looking for a miracle here. Nature's with the shot. Scores! Deflection. And Kadri was the one with the shot. I think it was Landeskog that did it. Avalanche score. 2 minutes to go. We were acting like it was over. I felt it in my soul that it was over. But it was Cale Makar that creates this, gets it back to the point, and Kadri takes his time and just kind of shoots. And Landeskog with a beautiful tip. And you know Carter Hart wanted that shutout so bad. Look at his body language after this. Oh, and it just bounces over his blocker. Damn. Of course that's the type of shot that beats him, says Hayden. You're right. Anime Cowboy says, I just spent the last 2 days watching Avs fan shows crash out. And it's been a mirror of tonight. Well, not anymore. Chloe says, time to cheer for the Canes if they beat the Habs. Sedin Magic 15 says, we have a game. Whoop-de-W says, Adam, you said the S word. Shame. Hey, none of these teams are my team, so I'll say shut out all I want. That comes from 2 guys that really needed points, by the way. Natchez and Kadri desperately needed. McKinnon keeps the puck in. 1:49 to go. We got an empty net. Colorado's got next to nothing going on the offensive side of the puck. If you're Vegas, you got to feel good about this. All right. Avs fans are back in the chat saying Avs in 7. Oh, Nature's with the shot. Oh, he just put it wide. Nelson. 90 seconds left of the Avs season. If they cannot get a goal in, if they score here, we go to overtime. Natchez, shot by McKinnon. And that shot is saved by Carter Hart. Natchez at the point. Tries to keep it in. Natchez. And he's got that puck. And we got a shot from Vegas, and that's going to be an icing call. 1:08 to go. 1:07, excuse me, in the third period. Empty net. Colorado trying to hang on to this series, as my grandmother would say, by the skin of their teeth. Never understood what that meant, really. By their fingernails. Natchez cannot miss that shot, by the way. You can't miss that. And McKinnon almost scored there, almost like he did against Minnesota. And then we got a timeout here. Jared Bednar drawing up a play. 67 seconds. 6-7. You're right, Hayden. You're right. The Pope did 6-7? Are you serious? Oh, my God. You know what? This Pope's kind of funny, though. I'm not a religious man, but I like this guy. Wow. Carter Hart staring at the ice surface, just needs to get through 67 seconds. And as a Leaf fan, I find that number hilarious. Sorry. It's not about me. Spencer says, does Price have the Habs resume merit to merit his jersey retired? He joined legends like Dryden Waugh and Plant. Has the most wins, but no cup. Yeah, I think he'll have his jerseys retired eventually. Yep, I think so. You got to get used to the point where, like, we got 32 teams now. There's going to be lots of great players that don't win a cup. And I'll be honest with you, his handicap was having Mark Bergevin, who is allergic to having scoring players on his team. Here we go. Face-off. Nelson versus Eichel. Eichel's been dynamite, and he wins this face-off. That was huge. Dynamite in the draw, and they shoot it down. and this will be icing again. Doug Leaf fans, stop the heart. Shouldn't our yeah, we're just gonna leave it. Johnny says, I can hear the Leafs need a second line center. You can have Lindholm for a 7th. No thanks. He's all yours. Keep overpaying him, Johnny. All right. 59.9 seconds to go. Third period. McKinnon and Eichel, the 2 top centermen for their team. And I think that was like a neutral draw. I don't even know who that went to. Makar, down low to Nelson. Nelson to McKinnon. Marner's all over him. Natchez at the point. Makar calling for it. Makar gets it down low to Kadri. Kadri across. There's room. Natchez elects to pass. 40 seconds to go. McKinnon on the half board. McKinnon being shadowed by Eichel. McKinnon out of time, and he gives the puck away. Marner's going to get this, and Marner just flips it to center. Doesn't do anything crazy. No icing. 26 seconds to go. Natchez has got to hurry here, and he gives the puck away to Mark Stone, the takeaway god. Makar now. He's got 20 seconds to make something happen. Avs looking for a miracle, and I don't think it's going to happen. 10 seconds to go now. Makar looking for any passing lane, any lane at all. Vegas breaks it up in the neutral zone. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The Vegas Golden Knights are going to the Stanley Cup Finals. Third time, 9 years. Potentially the greatest expansion club of all time in any sport. They have been to the Western Conference Finals 5 of 9 years, Stanley Cup Finals 3 of 9 years. They've won a cup. They lost in their first season. I don't know if you get any better than that. And it looks like Tortorella's not going to join the handshake line. And we got a sweep, Swiffer Nation. Tortorella's going to shake hands with the coach, but I think he's going to not join the, I don't know if he does this. The coaches usually shake hands here, but you got to join the handshake line. Jared Bednar is very tall, Hayden points out. Daniel Reynolds. I said last game, it looks like the pillow fight in the Pacific is actually strong and the Central is ass. Knights had 95 points, Colorado 121. Future is teal. Go Sharks. And here we go, the handshake line. Unbelievable end of the season for the Avs. Unbelievable. Hayden, can you please look up the playoff stats for the Colorado Avalanche? I got to go through this. Send me their top players or send me a link to it if you can. Nico says, somebody check on Drew. We're leaving Drew alone until tomorrow. I'll call him in the morning. He needs time and he needs space. Darth Yater. Go Knights, go. Marner Magic. Bye-bye Avs. Me and my gang hate the Avs. Wow. What a series. In the sense that, like, nobody could have called this coming in. Nobody. 4-0 sweep. Vegas? Are you kidding me? They are just unstoppable. Austin Walker. Put Torts on the FBI watch list. President's Trophy killer. Amen. McKinnon shaking hands with everybody. He looks sad. He looks on the verge of tears. Dom Ducharme. There's a Dom Ducharme sighting. What's up, Dom? Conga says, so with this, the Ducks would have won 4-0, right? I don't know. Ducks would have had a good chance in this series. Mers says, thus ends the worst year of McKinnon's life. Loses in the gold medal game. Shot he probably should have scored on, we all know. And loses here. 4-0 sweep. The Avalanche swept. Blue White Flame, this is for Drew's emotional support of choice. Go Knights, go. Not producer Drew says, pod tomorrow's going to be nuts. Nathaniel says, the Avs mommed their last Mia. Some people are saying in the chat, and you might be right to think this, is this the end of the Avs Cup window, or at least their Cup dominance? Bednar and Tortorella shaking hands again. That might be the last game that Jared Bednar coaches as head coach of the Colorado Avalanche. And listen, has an unbelievable record. But something has got to change in Colorado, you think, right? And it's going to be harder for them to get players. They got a depleted prospect system. They don't have the picks they used to have. They did pick up Nick Waugh. They did pick up Nazem Kadri. Both have contracts next year. But they're getting older. Okay, so let me go through these stats for you guys while we're watching this. The Colorado Avalanche stats in this series. I just need... Can we get the third round? No, we can't. Okay, yeah, can you link me just the third round? I just want to go through this. George the Princess says, we don't have any words, and we know you don't want to hear them. We understand your anger, your frustration, your sadness. Wow. So Marner's on the thing. He said, dark moments in my hockey career. Wants to thank his parents. And he wants to thank his wife and his son, too. That's nice. That's really nice. Good for him. Good for him. He got there, man. He's going to play in the Stanley Cup. I'm a Toronto fan, and I am very happy for him. Good for Mitch. I can't, listen, man, you can't hate. The guy's been phenomenal. We can be salty about what happened here, but I'm done. I'm over that. I'm happy for the guy. Good for him. Good for him. Yanni Havisto says, Adam, you liar. We Leafs fans knew this was going to happen. Marner will win the cup. Yes, he will. Just like Phil Kessel did 10 years ago. Alex Mercer, Adam with love from Lima, Peru, and 2 alpacas. Well, thank you, Alex. Appreciate you. Man, good for him. Good for him. I think that's excellent. I think that's excellent. Yeah, these are ugly stats, eh, Hayden? I want to go through the Colorado stats here. Because so there's the Clarence Campbell Bowl. You guys all knew it was called the Clarence Campbell Bowl, right? You guys all knew that. Yeah, that one of the most. And there's Bill Daly, Mr. Electric Personality himself. And Mark Stone has sent the okay, thank you, Hayden. Okay. So they haven't updated from this game in terms of games played. Landeskog had 2 goals in this series. Kadri had a goal. Colton had a goal. McKinnon, no goals. Nichushkin and Drury had goals. The highest points getter for the Avs this series with Devon Toews with 3. Kadri had 2. Landeskog had 2. Colton had 2. McKinnon had 2. Everybody else had 1 or fewer. Here are some. I'm going to name some players that had no points in this series for the Avalanche. Brock Nelson, Brett Kulak. Okay, that's fine. Arturi Lehkonen, Nick Waugh, Cale Makar. He only played the 2 games. Logan O'Connor. Sam Malinsky. Ugly. Ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Wow. And they do not touch the trophy, by the way. And there's Bill Foley out there, thrilled as ever. This guy's like, hey, I bought a team for $500 million, and I've just 10x my investment. Yeah, I love that Bill Foley gave William Karlsson the thing, because William Karlsson's been there for every season, right since the beginning. No, Karlsson, and there's another, is there not? Shea Theodore's been there the whole time, too. I think those are the only 2 left of the OGs. T-Spin says, win-win for Mitch and Toronto, good for them. Orkic says, Mitch is still a Leaf. This is Toronto's cup to win. Yeah, maybe. Obsidian says, Vegas will win the cup as they watch Montreal and Carolina beat each other up. True. Victor Mento, Marner should be on an RCPM or RCMP watch list as a Leafs fan. No. Anime Cowboy, it's not the Leafs fans I want to learn from. Marner is going to the cup. It's your front office. Amen to that. Emo Jalapeno, I'm going to need 8 business days to process this. Well, that's good, because you will probably need 8 business days to wait for the Stanley Cup finals to even start, probably even longer. The Vegas Golden Knights are going to have a Carolina Hurricanes-like wait here. From what I've heard, earliest the Cup could start is like slightly early next week, but mid next week. Very more than likely, it's going to be late next week. Machiavellian says, true fraud all along was the Central Division, dominated by Pretender Pacific. Drew in shambles. Man, that reads like a Donald Trump tweet. Man. That's funny. Wow. Well, and here's Mark Stone. We're going to listen to what he has to say. Mark Stone, who, Friedge was convinced, and Friedge has got great sources. Mark Stone might not have played in this series, but he figured out a way to do it. And what a guy he was, man. Brandon Saad being in, that's fine. But Mark Stone coming back, immediately scoring in 2 straight games. Crazy. What a trade that was for them. What a team. It's crazy. It's crazy what Vegas has done. I think we're just going to, the fallout from this is going to be huge for the Avalanche. They didn't look close. I wonder if you're an NHL general manager, you're looking at this and going, well, they're primed to overreact. Can we steal anything from them? That's how I look at it. It's crazy. 4-0. Did anybody ever vote on did anybody bet on a 4-0 series? I'd love to ask the sports books. Did you have a single person that bet a Vegas sweep? And what odds did you give them? Austin Walker, should Torts retire if he wins the Cup with Vegas? I mean, sweeping another President's Trophy team and then winning the Cup is a perfect way to go. It sure is. But you know what else is perfect? Signing a 5-year contract where you make $5.5 million. If I was Torts and I have that kind of leverage over my team, yeah, I'm going to go get my money and forget going out on top. Sedin Magic 15. Adam, I want to thank you for another great year of streams. Love you, SDPN and Gripper Nation. Thank you, Sedin Magic 15. And yes, you are correct. That is it for me on this hockey season. Doesn't mean I won't be back for World Cup streams, or not World Cup, soccer tournament in Toronto streams. But that is it for me for the hockey. And I just want to say it was a great season. Great season. I have to be honest with you, some of you guys fought through some of those Leaf games in the spring with me. From the Olympic break onward. Remember they lost 5 straight games right out of the Olympic break? Buddy. Unbelievable crap. It was so bad. It was awful. Terrible watches. The games were awful. People were like, why aren't you calling the game? I'm like, called what? There's nothing to call. This sucks. The playoffs, though, phenomenal all the way through. Thank you for staying up late with me if you're on the East Coast. On the West Coast, thank you for just hanging out. And letting me call your team's games, because my team wasn't in it. And if they were, Steve would be calling it anyway. It was a real pleasure this year. Thank you to Robert Malloy, who ran a lot of chats. Thank you to Maddie, who did a lot of production. To my producer partner in crime, who does almost 98% of my streams. Mr. Hayden Matheson. Producer Hayden. Stats God. Thank you for an incredible year, buddy. And I can't wait to do it again in October. But yeah, guys, love you all. It's time to go home and get a good sleep. But do not forget, Steve Dangle will be here tomorrow night. And he's got a Game 4 that's actually going to be really worth watching. Can Montreal get back in the series with Carolina? That's the question. Love you all. Thank you so much. We're ending this year on a high. 2,500 people here. Are you kidding me? Outrageous amounts of people. That's crazy. Love you all. Gripper Nation. I'll see you soon.